am black business. Do you support black businesses? Listen, I support black business because I am black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am black business.
I am black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am black business. I am black business. Are you black business? I am black business. Do you support black businesses? I support black business because I am black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am black business. I am black business. Tell me, are you black business? I am black business. Do you support black businesses? Listen, I support black business because I am black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of black business in the world.
Prepare for what's coming and dominate in economic winter. Stand strong and thrive by showcasing your great products and services globally through the Black Business Network and Black Business Olympics. The Black Business Network has showcased over 2,000 companies with over $7 billion in sales each year. Over 10 million attendees have viewed the rebroadcast each month. Through the Black Business Olympics, unique styles of business training and mentoring are turning students into business owners and entrepreneurial warriors who will dominate in any economy. Gain the ultimate advantage of the Black Business Olympics, 7 days of unbelievable topics and speakers speaking around the globe. Donate your time and experience to provide expertise and scholarships to students worldwide and change the world. Now, more than ever, new insights, tools, strategies, and capabilities are needed. This is your chance for a major presentation to the world. Fill out the form and join the more than 2,000 speakers who have presented to over 200 countries. Join the Black Business Network streaming live into the Metaverse, STEM City, Black Multiverse Enterprises, Hulu, Amazon, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Apple, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pod TV, IBM TV, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. Sign up today. Spaces are limited, and we will see you there. How many times have you been asked to help someone you didn't even know, a student, a business entrepreneur? Or did you ever even ask, where did they end up? That business, that friend, that entrepreneur. Well, just maybe they ended up in a gang, bankrupt, homeless, or worse, dead. Maybe they turned to crime, drugs, and alcohol. Did you ever wonder? Did you destroy their dream, or was your life always so easy? At the Black Business Olympics, we started a movement to help students complete. Give them hope and foster success. Help them to leave their dreams of providing laptops, computers, and up to $5,000 in scholarship funds. Today, we ask you to help a student, a business owner, or an entrepreneur to realize their dream by sponsoring them, supporting them, and buying from them. Consider this. With $1.6 trillion in our Black community, we only ask for a small donation for our students, our businesses, and our entrepreneurs. And you can change a life today. So I ask you, what are you going to do? Sit on the sidelines and watch our students in high school be leaders, miss out on their dreams from lack of resources? Or are you going to donate to the movement and change their future and yours as well? Give us a call today at 919-308-9090. Change their life by investing with action to the Black Business Olympic Fund. The Black Business Olympics, one of the largest business showcases of Black business in the history of the world.
I am from Washington, D.C., but I was raised in Durham, North Carolina. I came to Durham when I was about 5 or 6, and then I traveled back and forth to D.C. because it's where my people are from. One of the unique things about my family is my mother, she's also an artist. She does quilting, and she does a lot of artistic things. And then my son, he draws with both hands, his right hand and his left hand, like I do. So that's kind of a family trait. And then my other son, he's a videographer, and my daughter, she works, she's a regional vice president for Sunglasses. When you start out drawing and sketching, you want to continue to explore, each avenue. I do pastels, I do pen and ink, I do painting, I do acrylics. I haven't done oils yet, but I try to do all facets of art. What I say to a lot of times to people is, you can't put yourself in a box when you're an artist. You have to explore. And over the course of my life, I've tried to explore different mediums. I also do sculpture as well. I choose my subjects by the intensity that they have in their faces, or the intensity that somebody is moving, because I do more than portrait drawings. I also do I do abstract, and then I do figurative drawing also. Well, what happened in this particular show is that I started out trying to come up with something that would be a little bit different than what everybody else is doing. So I was working on a Barack Obama show, and they wanted me to do some paintings of Barack. And so what I did was, because of the deadlines, I kind of did it kind of fast. And then I realized when I was doing it fast, I enjoyed it. And so then I started doing other pieces the same way, and I started to enjoy those pieces also. And so I came up with this particular style, and it's a style of lines and colors, And what's interesting is that when I was in college, I did a show called Lines, Colors, and I talked about the boldness of the blacks, the hotness of the whites, and this is how this has come about, later on in my life. And the colors comes from a lot of the entertainers that I work with, where they wear different colors. They don't wear, your plain reds or your whites. They wear different colors, and so that's also another piece of what's giving me the colors. The subtitle of this show is Faces That Speak Life. That's real critical. Faces that speak life. Each one of these pieces is a life source and a life energy that's being put on display for people that are looking at it. I always say in terms of my art, it's not important that I draw them. It's important what you get out of what I draw. I don't try to just draw it because you like it. People wanted me to do prints. I didn't do prints. People asked me to do different people, but the people that I choose are people that make a difference in the lives of people in the world. So the human landscape idea was, again, as I say, the lines represent your emotions, it represents your ideas, and it represents your journey as a human being. And that's why you get the different pieces and the different looks. And as you notice, I try not to do one look that looks alike another look. And that's what's the most important part of this show.
I was born in a little village on the island of Haiti. Many deadly diseases pounded me. It is as if they were on a mission to end my existence on this earth. I refused to give up. In 1983, I left Haiti and came to the United States of America. And I came with $5, 2 shirts. I didn't speak any English. I came to Atlanta. I got a job. I was a doorman. I was a doorman with a dream. What I used to come on stage. I'd rehearse this moment that I'm standing in front of you. That's the power of a dream. Maybe today is the day you begin acting as if you already have it. And then step out with full force. Take a risk. No condition is permanent. Don't let your situation distract you. You are chosen. You are called. You are born for a purpose in this life.
Did you know women represent just 3% of Fortune 500 CEOs and less than 15% of corporate executives at top companies worldwide? Have you wondered what the secrets are to getting into the top ranks, whether in the private or public sector? Do you want to figure out how to stop being held back in your career or passed over for promotion? Then you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, President and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute. I have decades of experience in the military, the federal government, and corporate America, and my mission is to help women succeed and tap into their full potential. I want to reach 1 million+ women around the world to become the leaders they are meant to be. So if you want to move into a management or executive level position, or maybe you are a female veteran transitioning out of the military into business entrepreneurship, then reach out to the Executive Women's Success Institute at 301-693-3284. Let us get you on the fast track to success.
I'm Ramon Ray, founder of Smart Hustle Magazine and smallbiztechnology.com.
You're here today to celebrate small business success. Stand up on your feet. You rocked the house. It was amazing. Didn't we learn? For me, success comes from failure. One thing not to do is shake somebody's hand like this.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Black Business, or should I say good afternoon, business owners and entrepreneurs and thought leaders and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Dr. Tantra Price, and I am your business moderator for this afternoon on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about businesses. Today, we have a keynote speaker, an amazing keynote speaker today with us, and her name is Mrs. Hicks. Mrs. Hicks got started working in the social work with displaced youth population, helping them with their job readiness and interview training. Her passion for recruiting and HR began from where from there, she got her start in HR and in advertising agency in New York. Though she found advertising exciting and fun, she decided to shift her focus to working in tech and helping smaller companies scale. She worked at a company ranging in size from 30 to over 1,000 employees and well-known tech company like Hinge and OnDrop, and have rolled out recruiting processes, HR programs, company policies, onboard new hires, and created DEI programs. What drives Mrs. Hicks is her love for people and watching them grow and be successful at the companies that they've joined. She wants to ensure that all people feel included in the workplace cultures across the board. She has found a few consistence and experience for your candidates and your employees in paramount: diversity, equity, and inclusion. It's not just a trend, but helps shape organizations to be better and create environments where all people can thrive and be together. I give to you Mrs. Hicks. Hello, Mrs. Hicks. Thank you so much for appreciating with me and putting up with me. This is an amazing opportunity for you, and I'm so super glad to be here.
Awesome. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Genius is coming, and I'll see you on the other side.
See you on the other side. Hi, everyone. Again, my name is Marak Hicks, and I'm the founder and CEO of Miracle Recruiting. Today, rather than talk to you a little bit about Miracle Recruiting, I wanted to give you just a general walkthrough of some of the things that I've learned in my career directly, and specifically some of the soft skills that are going to be beneficial for women who are looking to transition into leadership. And I wanted to kind of tell it in a telling of how I found out about these things. So to give you some context, I've learned in my career that oftentimes women in leadership, but specifically Black women in leadership, can face a number of different challenges working at some companies, right? Some of those challenges can be feeling unsupported or undersupported, unacknowledged or underpaid and unseen, and really have a difficult time bridging the gap with some of their white counterparts, right? So in my experience, I think it's imperative for you to keep top of mind just a couple of things that really make your time working and being a woman in leadership, be it an entrepreneur or working for a company, that can really give you a different view of your work experience, your work life, and help you be more successful as a leader. So to tell you a little bit about me, my career as a Black woman has probably been incredibly challenging. Growing up, I think that I needed to learn, and coming up, I had to learn how to navigate moving around the workforce today as we know it as a Black woman. I can say that that's something that has been a challenge for me specifically because I did not understand that there was a specific way that I needed to navigate work in corporate America because I went to a historically Black college. So I went to the nation's first historically Black college. I went to Lincoln University and I got my degree in English Liberal Arts. And at my time at Lincoln, all I saw were so many different strong, powerful Black people, Black women actively looking to hit the workforce with a force, right? Because all you see in that space is people who look exactly like you. So coming into corporate America, one, I never thought that I would be working in HR or recruiting. I just knew for certain I was going to graduate from college and I was going to be reading books for a living, which is why I got my degree in English. I, in that understanding, wasn't concerned about what it would be like navigating corporate America or corporate relationships because I was just going to read books and make the money. God had another plan for me. And it took me a little while to realize what his plan was for me. But in learning his plan, I found myself working at a nonprofit organization. And in my time working at that nonprofit organization, I was working and partnering with displaced youth ages 16 to 24 and working with them on helping them develop life skills and job readiness skills, right? I was actively sitting with them and supporting them in interview training and job readiness training and resume writing and all of the things that have kind of become the basis for the way that my business runs today. So, from working at that nonprofit, I was given an opportunity to work an internship at an advertising agency. And I was in that advertising agency's HR department. And that was a life-changing experience for me. I took the internship and the HR department. And during that time, my life goal, like end game, was to make $100,000 a year, right? I had family members who made six figures. So I just knew that my end all be all life goal was to make $100,000. And I had no understanding of how companies thought about compensation, provided compensation, paid people, what the science was. I knew nothing. All I understood was my life goal coming fresh out of college was to get to $100,000. And then my eyes were opened. I was given access, because I worked in the HR team, to a Google sheet, a spreadsheet that had the salaries of other people in the company. And very quickly learned that you did not need to be the CEO to make $100,000 a year. Also very quickly learned that the average person walking around the company could be making football numbers. I mean, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year with no problem. And they are not the business owner or the CEO of the organization, right? And even having relationships with people who were making six figures and didn't even understand that that was a possibility. So, I got the opportunity to learn a lot about how HR teams and recruiting teams were structured and the work that they did. And I learned a lot about compensation during my time working there, because it was the ground level experience that gave me an understanding of how companies decide what someone is going to get paid. From there, I transitioned from advertising into HR at a tech company, and I learned very quickly about the importance of diversity, equity, and inclusion. and how much companies back at that time, this was around 2015, lacked diversity, equity, and inclusion. It really didn't make sense to me coming from that HBCU that I wasn't going to see a ton of people who looks like me, a ton of women in leadership who looks like me. At the time working for that company, there were no women who looks like me. I was the only Black woman on my team, in my department. I was one of 2 Black women in the entire office. And one of 5 Black people in the office. I was not aware that there would be a disproportionate experience for me because I had no understanding that I would be walking into a world or a space where there weren't as many people around who looked like me, who had experiences similar to me that I could relate to at the time. And that kind of became a pillar for me and the passions that I actively have today. And while I can say that the managers and the leaders at the company rooted for me and for my success, there was a foundational element that was missing in how we were able to relate to one another, and kind of how they were able to understand my struggles, my problems, or some of the things that I didn't know how to fix or how I could improve, because I didn't have anyone in that environment who really understood me the way that I needed to be understood. So the first step for me becoming a leader was to find a mentor. My first recommendation for any woman who's looking to become a leader is to find a mentor. I believe God led me to my mentor. Her name is Giselle. Shout out to Giselle Fields Enterprises. She develops leaders and business leaders. She has like 15 years of experience in HR, 10 plus years of experience in education. And in every capacity in which she and I interact or we relate, or I'm telling her some of the problems I'm facing or the complexities I'm having, without a doubt, I always know that Giselle has my best interest at heart. She's been the kind of mentor for me that she's always been 100% honest. She's always been 100% spot on. And she has this way of working with me where she doesn't always tell me the answer. I think the best kind of mentor for anyone is one who is going to help guide you to your answers instead of just giving you the answer. Specifically, because you want someone who's going to be there and have your back and be honest and do so from a place of care. But at the same time, you want someone who is going to also be honest and upfront with you and lead you to your answers. And the first answer that Giselle led me to was, my name is not on the building. So you should not be killing yourself to work for a company when your name is not on the building. That advice came from Giselle at a time when I was working at a particular company and I was working insane hours. I was working, I want to say I was working 10-hour days, and I was super stressed out and I was super anxious and I had anxiety attacks in the office. And I called her one day and I was like, this is too much work. And she's like, the only time you kill yourself for a business is when it's your own. This is not your business. You do a good job, but you need work-life balance. And this is before the term work-life balance was a thing. Giselle said, when your name gets on the door, then you can have work-life balance. Until then, you leave work at 6 p.m. like everybody else. So definitely get yourself a mentor who's going to really care about you and support you and your growth and development. Giselle has done such a fantastic job with me that it's to the point now when if I'm on the phone with my mom and I'm telling her about something I'm experiencing at work, her first response is, have you called Giselle? So I would say definitely make sure you get a mentor who cares about you, understands your fields, the things that you are facing, the work that you've done, and also is actively looking to help support you in becoming a leader. The second piece of advice that I would give to any woman who's looking to become a leader is to find your passion and your purpose. I can say that it took me some time to get there. I can say when I started, I thought I was going to read those books and that just did not happen for me. But I always believed that I was going with the flow and kind of having this, whatever comes my way, it's going to come my way attitude. But through work with Giselle and through partnership with my mother, I really got the opportunity to see what my passions were. And my mother did a really good job of reminding me of all of the things, all of the pieces that God was putting into place for me before I got there and before I had a moment, the aha, the great understanding. There were pieces being set and movements that were happening to put me in play. And one of those things was in my background, I've interviewed teachers at my high school. I've really always helped individuals with their resume. I've always kind of had this passion for helping people with job readiness and helping people find jobs. Not even realizing that that was something that I was doing or paying attention to the fact that that was a part of my experience and my history. So when I was able to find my passion and understand what my purpose was, the next step in that would be to develop your skills and your craft. My mother, I'm going to say my mother's name a million times, and shout out to her. My mother's the author of Love Changes, and she's a previous Black Business Expo speaker. But she always says it takes 10,000 hours to become an expert at something. There is nothing that you are going to be able to just pick up off the ground and not build in. So take the classes, find leaders who actively are doing the things that you want to learn more about. Get on LinkedIn, ask them questions, leverage your network, your community. I've always found that there is not a single person who will deny responding to your questions if you have questions, or if you just want to sit down and have some coffee to learn more about what they're doing. Take the time to build your network and understand the craft that you are saying you want to work in, and develop that craft, right? Become really good at it. Understand what sets you apart within that craft. If you are lucky enough and you work for a job that's going to give you learning and development opportunities, amazing, take them. If it doesn't happen for you, find free opportunities, find community groups, find opportunities that are paid for. If you need to go back and take a class, take your class, right? You want to find a way to develop your skill because people want to know that whatever they're partnering with you as a leader, you can, one, serve in helping them and guiding them in your particular skill, but you also want to be able to mentor other people underneath you who are going to be learning and developing their skills. So it is important to develop your craft. With developing your craft comes the beauty of building your brand. My business's name is Miracle Recruiting. My name is Marak. It means miracle in French. I've always felt that it was imperative or important to lead from a place of mentorship and empowerment for the people that I work with. And that's been a goal of mine. So it's an active part of my brand. When I work with businesses, when I work with individuals, I don't just do the work for you and leave. Right? My goal is for you to be successful, whether I am with you or not. My goal is to have an impact on your experience or your business or you as an individual. I want to make sure that you have all of the information that you need to be successful without me needing to be the person who is doing the work for you all of the time, right? So in that, I do resume writing workshops. I give people information on where they can find compensation information. I work with businesses and I set them up completely for success and tell them what I'm doing and tell them why I'm doing it on the HR side. So that way, if there ever comes a day where we transition and I go my way and you go yours, you are still set up for success and ready to move in the next direction, because that's what's important to me and it's an active part of my brand. Next up, I would say, is find and leverage your community. Find a community of people who are doing what you're doing or doing what you love to do. Get connected with people in your spaces, people who have similar backgrounds or who are connected to your passions. There are a number of ways to do this. There are LinkedIn communities. There's an application called Slack. You can always find Slack communities that are completely free to join, that are full of people who are doing things that you are passionate about. If you love sales, there is a community in Slack called Sisters in Sales, and it's Black women who are really passionate about being sales professionals, right? And they can chat with each other about new products, things that are coming into the market, things within their space. It's something that's available to you. Feel free to leverage your community. Other communities that I have personally found impactful for me is I have a friend, her name is Ariana Gibbs, and Ariana is the founder and CEO of Well-Read Sisters, with the mission of promoting personal and professional development for Black women. I have another friend who is the CEO and founder of balancedbooks.org, which is created to be a virtual space to discover books that speak to you and give you open access to literature. I didn't get the chance to read books for a living, but I'm surrounded by people who love books as much as I do. You want to get the opportunity to work with people who are in different industries and seeing different things from what you are seeing, but still align with your passion, with your mission, with the things that you care about, right? And leverage those communities, ask the questions, find out the information, see what's coming down the pipeline. You'll always feel really, really empowered and supported when you have information ahead of time. And oftentimes it trickles through industries in waves. So you want to be able to get firsthand information from other people who are experiencing things. Definitely leverage that community, and see if there are opportunities that you can also do and fulfill to support and serve your community, right? Don't just be a taker, also be a giver. What can you provide? What can you give to your community that actively will provide positive experiences and help leaders like you and women who are growing and becoming up and coming leaders? The next thing I want to say definitely is it's important for you to know your worth. I cannot say this enough. I think as Black women, we often find ourselves in this pitfall where we don't know what we're worth. We fall in love with the work that we're doing. We fall in love with the help that we're providing. We fall in love with the feeling, the good feeling that we give of giving something our all because we're super passionate about it. And with that, the saying goes, you do the thing that you would do for free, but don't do it for free. Be paid for the things that you bring to the table. And the best way for you to do that is to know exactly how much you should be asking for when it's time to get to that table. My recommendation is always leverage the information that's available on the internet. If you're in a job today, if you're looking or you're working for a job and you see the salary that you're actively making, look around, take a peek. Glassdoor is your friend. LinkedIn is your friend. Just see what other companies are paying people for the work that you are actively doing. If you are a business owner, a consultant, you're providing a service to companies, look at what your competitors are charging. Find out what exactly you should be making in comparison to what you actually are making, because it will give you the opportunity to be set apart and to not lowball yourself in the conversations that you're having with other people, right? With these clients or these companies, or when you're interviewing. You don't want to find yourself where you're accepting something because you're super excited about the job, but you're not, you don't feel completely fulfilled about the compensation. I don't think the world runs or everything is about money. So you should have a passion for the work that you're doing. But I do think that whatever you get paid should be fair. And I think it should be aligned with what other people around you are making for the same level of expertise that you are bringing to the table. So again, leverage LinkedIn, leverage that network or the community that I previously talked about to find out what salary information is out there. There are tons of places online where you can find comp information, salary information. You can find information from competitors about what they're charging for their services. If you have any questions about that, I'm also always available to speak to someone just so that they can get an understanding about what salary they actively should be looking for and seeking. This was a lesson that I had to learn myself when I found myself in a job opportunity where I was being significantly underpaid for the work that I was bringing to the table, and had to, one, do the research myself, find the places where I can do the research, and then navigate the conversations about what my salary was and how it was not aligned with what I should be making. I think the blessing in my personal experience is that I do work in HR and recruiting, but anytime a recruiter reaches out to you for an opportunity, that's a time or an example or a moment where you get the opportunity to really find out what the market is looking like. But always leverage your market, always leverage a network, find out what your worth is, what your value is, what you're bringing to the table, and how much that translates into dollars, so you can actively find yourself being compensated the correct way. I think the final thing that I want to really touch on is it's important for every leader to understand when it's time to walk away. I think the hardest thing that I've had to learn, and with time you become better at it, but there is a time when it's time to walk away. My experience has been one that has given me the opportunity to learn how to do this with grace, because that's something that you always want to do. But you really want to make sure that you're spending your time really being thoughtful and consistent about where you are, what your desires are. I always say it's important for you to stay in prayer too, because God will show you when it's time for you to walk away from something, right? But my experience with walking away, the big walk away from me when I transitioned from being internal to going on to consulting, was at a time when I was working at an organization as their head of talent acquisition. And I felt like while the company and what they were doing was really cool, all of my needs were not being met. And I very clearly understood that all of my needs were not being met in that opportunity. So I had a conversation with a friend. Her name is Aisha Patterson, and she wrote a book called The Saran Strategy. But part of that is really building your own brand. And she and I had a conversation, and I told her, I really want to do this. I want to build this organization that helps people, helps companies kind of align and define what their HR strategy should be, what their process should be, what their culture should feel like, what it should look like. Because I've had some good experiences, some great experiences, and some terrible ones. And I don't want anyone to have to go through the very negative experiences that I've had to face. As Black women, we find ourselves having conversations with some older women, older Black women who have a very different perspective about work life and the importance of maintaining and keeping a job and staying at a company. Because as millennials and Gen Zers and Gen Zers and millennials and on, I think that we have this spirit where when something is not right, we don't want to stay in something that's not right. So in conversation with Aisha, in mentorship with my mentor, Giselle, I really understood that while my job opportunity at that company was great and I was doing really cool things, that I was on the brink of taking on the next thing that I was supposed to take on, which was consulting. And it was hard. It took lots of conversations. It took a year of understanding, a year of prayer, a year of planning, to really realize that I needed to go, that I was being shown that this was my time to go. So pay attention to the things that are showing you and that it's time to go. And don't be afraid to walk away when that time presents itself, because you never know what the next step is going to be and how much of a blessing that next step could be. You're holding on to something that may not be for you, but your next step is going to be even better, and you need to take it to get to where you need to go. So all of that said, I think that it's important to understand when it's time to walk away and to part ways. And then after that, you've built your brand, you've known your worth, you've built your value. If entrepreneurship is your next step, right, then you have all of the things that you need, the keys that you need to start building a business. You have an understanding of who your market is, who your target audience is. You have an understanding of how much you should be charging and what you need to cover in terms of your payments and what your comp fee, what your fee structure should be. You get clear understanding of that because you know what skills you're bringing to the table, and what your craft is in a way that's unique to you and your experience. So that's like settling the side of the business where you need support, or you're actively walking away into your next phase. You have half of the battle already completed. If you're looking for another opportunity, you actively want to leverage your passion and your purpose to help you find your next company, right? Every person has passions. Every person has a purpose, and each company has values, has structure, has a way of working with one another. You doing this work gives you the opportunity to leverage this information as you're seeking your next job. It outlines the questions that you're asking. Every job interview has a question about company culture, and you have the opportunity to ask the company about what it's like working there and what it's like for the people who work there, right? My passion personally is diversity, equity, and inclusion. So when I'm having a conversation with a client, I always ask, do you have a DEI program? What does it look like? Where are you in process? Is this something that you are passionate about as an organization? Is this something that the people of your organization is passionate about? What about your board, right? Because I want to get an understanding of where they're falling and if their purpose and their mission aligns with mine. Or at a time in my life when I was interviewing, that was very much a question. I'm also the HR professional who loves to wear leggings, right? Is this an environment where I'd be comfortable wearing my leggings, or am I going to feel scrutinized about coming to work a specific way, right? I want to feel like I'm able to make an impact in a space that is best aligned for me. And sometimes you get the chance to impact places that don't start off as aligned for you, but you usually will hear those changes coming up as you're having those conversations at the early stages. So don't be afraid to ask if you're actively interviewing, and you can leverage your community if you're looking for new jobs, right? To find new opportunities. That same community of people who you connect with, you never know who's a part of it. Someone in that community may be hiring, someone in that community may be knowing someone who's looking for a job, leaving a job for another one and looking to backfill themselves. You never know. So leverage your community and leverage the people that you have in your support system. It's imperative. So just to give you a quick overview about what my experience has led to, the first real steps that are going to be integral in you becoming a leader and your ability to either start a business or become a leader in a corporate space is definitely for you to find a mentor, find someone who's going to get behind you, support you, knows you, know what you care about. You can actively reach out to my mentor. I think she's amazing. I might not want to share, but I think she's amazing and can be an amazing mentor for anyone. But you actively find someone who works in your field, who does what you do, who knows what you care about, who's going to be honest with you, upfront with you, who's going to help you grow, and who's going to actively be invested in your growth and your career and your backgrounds. Next up, you definitely should figure out what your passion and your purpose is. What's that thing in your life that you cared about that you didn't realize? Take some time, sit down, journal, write things down, and really think about the things in your life that have aligned and what direction that's pushing you in. Pray about it, spend your time in the Word, and really define what your purpose is, understand what your purpose is, and then leverage that, right? Next up, you're going to want to develop your skills. I said it once, I'll say it again. My mother always says it takes 10,000 hours to become an expert. You have to find 10,000 hours worth of expertise. So classes, LinkedIn communities, internships. I always say it's totally cool for you to take an internship, paid, unpaid. Find someone who is doing the thing that you want to do and ask if you can shadow them, if you can spend time with them, if they can mentor you and you actively work together on a project. Find opportunities for projects within your community and within your network. From there, you should develop your craft, build your brand. Everything that you do is a part of your brand. Everything that you work on is a part of your brand. Everything that you put out into the ethos becomes a part of your brand. I think your brand is having a solid brand today is going to be imperative, right? So make sure that if you're working on a project, if you're doing something, that you are putting every aspect of your brand into that project, right? And the best way to do that is to link anything that you're pushing out with your purpose. If your purpose is to build better airplanes, then everything that you put out, every article that you do, every interview that you're a part of needs to align with that purpose, right? So make sure that it does so. And then from there, find and leverage your community. There are a number of communities that I'm a part of as a Black woman and as an HR leader and as a person who loves to read. Find where those communities are. Again, I'll reiterate, there is organizations through Slack. Slack is a web app or a desktop or mobile app where you can, for free, log in, sign up accounts, Google Slack communities for blank. Whatever the blank is should be the space that you're looking to get into. And I promise you, there are people out there. Slack communities are available for Black CEOs, for HR leaders and professionals, for Black women in sales. There are Slack communities for recruiters. There are Slack communities for people who love to read. It's completely free. definitely spend your time leveraging those communities, because you can find information about your space that you may not have known. It's another good avenue for you to find a mentor if you haven't found one yet. Or it's a good avenue for you to talk to people about some of the things and the challenges that they're facing. And you can help someone who is facing a challenge that you have already overcome, it at the same time that they help you with the challenge you are facing that they have already overcome. So leverage your communities. There are tons out there. There are a million on Facebook. They're all over Instagram. You find TikTok spaces. Find your space. Find your community. Leverage your community. It's imperative. Then it's for you to know your value. Find out how much you should be charging for what you are doing. There is nothing worse than doing something or giving something and then feeling like you're not able to meet your needs, because you're spending your time, your energy, and your effort supporting something, and you're not getting back what you need to get back to continue to support your business or your work comfortably. If that's a salary, figure out what your salaries should be. If that's an hourly rate and you're a consultant, figure out what your hourly rate is and be honest about what you really need. My recommendation for that is always do it in 3 tiers, right? Absolute bare minimum, I cannot accept anything less than this. This is middle ground where I really, really want to be falling. And then high end, if this project seems like it's going to be, if this project feels like it's going to be bigger, it's going to take more of my time, my energy, I may need to call in reinforcements, whatever. Know what your value is. So when you're having these conversations with companies, clients, or companies as a consultant or companies as a candidate, you know exactly what you need to be asking for. Leverage LinkedIn, leverage Glassdoor, find places that are showing salaries for consultants. Everything is available on the internet. And then finally, understand when it's time to walk away. When you are able to walk away from an opportunity and you feel sound in your ability to walk away from that opportunity, it normally will open up a ton of doors for you that you were not expecting to be opened. And you also get the chance to leave in a time when you feel comfortable. I always say leave on a high note. Leave when you feel that you've given something, everything that you could possibly give, and you're on to the next thing. And you'll find that that's something that's going to be really valuable for you and something you'll be able to appreciate. So I really appreciate you all. It looks like I'm coming up on time. Hi, Dr. Sandra.
Mrs. Hicks, you said some really good, juicy information that, what, I was sitting here taking notes, and, just amazing of the resources that you gave out that people could really, tap into, which is really, really huge. So I thank you so much for all that information. Did you give us a way of how we can connect with you?
Sure. So you can always find me on my website, which is www.miraclerecruiting.com. Sorry, my dog isn't here, so you may see his tail wagging. But yes, www.miraclerecruiting.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Well, I guess genius is coming.
I'll see you on the other side.
We'll see you on the other side. Awesome. The Black Business Expo mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K through 12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. You may go to www.blackbusinessexpo.com to donate to the scholarship fund, or you can use the Cash App that's on the screen below. It says #BBXUSA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can register online at www.blackbusinessexpo.com. Every dollar counts. So we want to remind you to donate to the scholarship fund. We want to thank our amazing sponsors of the Black Business Expo USA, sponsorships for July 2023. NC 100, Moody Capital Partners, Sui Soul, Lois Richey, Coaching and Training, Carolina, Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, BHS and Associates, Marie Ling Foundation, Genius is Common, Earth Essential, Mulaney Shalon Global, Executive Women's Suite, Success Institute, The Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Service, Creative Force Studio, Lee Entertainment, Artist App Design, in the Black Business Expo USA. Genius is coming, and I'll see you on the other side.
Hello, this is Israel, and I am CEO of Daydreams Interactive and author of Princess Planet. So genius is common, and as a kid I loved to daydream. Even as an adult I love to daydream. And when my daughter became 6 and loved princess characters, but we just could not find the diversity that showed her, we created our own characters. So for instance, you have Princess Nulu right here. Princess Nulu is from Uganda, and her genius is that she loves to take care of animals. She can actually even listen and hear what they say. And then we have Princess Isabella right here. Princess Isabella, she's from Cuba, and her genius is biochemistry. One day she hopes to eliminate disease. Then we have Princess Nia right here. And Princess Nia is based off of my daughter. And she is what she wants to be, the greatest dancer alive. So that's her genius. So what's your genius? My genius is my imagination. Genius is common.
Ladies, if you're a person who continually pours out, you won't want to miss this upcoming event. October 13, 14, and 15 at the Holiday Inn and Suites in Ocean City, Maryland, where we have a power-packed lineup of ladies who are going to pour into you. If you need to increase your impact, your influence, and your income, this is the event for you. Don't miss the power of sisterhood. These ladies coming from around the world to network and connect with you. Don't miss it. How do you get the information? Glad you asked. Go to barbarahsmith.com and click the link. All the details there. Don't miss Sisters Inspire Sisters to Advance, October 13, 14, 15 at the beautiful Holiday Inn and Suites in Ocean City, Maryland. What you know and I know together can change the world.
This is Dr. Arnold T. Petsworth. He's the owner of Petsworth Vet World, a veterinary clinic in Hopton, Connecticut. His patients include dog, cat, frog, fish, Goldie, dog, and this alpaca. Due to doctor-patient confidentiality, we can't tell you their names. Business at Vet World was steady, and then quarantine hit. Neighbors brought new four-legged friends into their homes. Bunnies everywhere. Dr. Petsworth welcomed these new patients with open arms. The only problem? There were more appointments than he could manage. That's when Dr. Petsworth turned to his American Express business card, which offers spending potential that's built for his changing business needs. He decided to hire a new assistant, Julio, and with spending power built for business purchases, he used his card to furnish a new exam room. Together, Dr. Petsworth, Julio, and American Express Business made sure all the pets of Hopton got the love and care they deserve. And everyone was happy. Get the card built for business by American Express.
I'm Kennedy Harris. My genius is being an entrepreneur. I'm the CEO of K-Lock, a company where I develop my very own line of kids supplements. I currently market my multivitamin for kids to help combat weak immunity. During the pandemic, research has shown that having a strong immune system is key to fighting off disease. My vitamins are for kids, but adults can benefit from them as well. I'm adding a proprietary blend to my supplement line. I want to create my own blend so that I have a competitive edge in the marketplace. Staying healthy is important to me so that we live longer and have healthier lives. My website is klockproducts.com. That is Klock. Genius is common.
Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school, all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world.
Prepare for what's coming and dominate in economic winter. Stand strong and thrive by showcasing your great products and services globally through the Black Business Network and Black Business Olympics. The Black Business Network has showcased over 2,000 companies with over $7 billion in sales each year. Over 10 million attendees have viewed the rebroadcast each month. Through the Black Business Olympics, unique styles of business training and mentoring are turning students into business owners and entrepreneurial warriors who will dominate in any economy. Gain the ultimate advantage of the Black Business Olympics, 7 days of unbelievable topics and speakers speaking around the globe. Donate your time and experience to provide expertise and scholarships to students worldwide and change the world. Now, more than ever, new insights, tools, strategies, and capabilities are needed. This is your chance for a major presentation to the world. Fill out the form and join the more than 2,000 speakers who have presented to over 200 countries. Join the Black Business Network streaming live into the metaverse, STEM City, Black Multiverse Enterprises, Hulu, Amazon, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Apple, Facebook, LinkedIn.
Hello, I'm Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, President and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute. And my genius is helping women accelerate the path to success. You know, I was blessed to have strong women in my life who encouraged, motivated, and pushed me to do my best and to never even think about giving up on my dreams. So I say to women, we must show up to rise up. We have talents and potential, but who will see them if we don't speak up and get noticed? I know that women are a tremendous resource on this planet, and there is nothing more fulfilling than helping a woman tap into her full potential. I do this because I want to be a part of helping as many women as I can to show up, to rise up. I do this because genius is common.
Hello, my name is Kiasi Helm and I'm 14 years old. I think my genius would probably have to be setting goals and achieving them. I say this because ever since I was young, I always wanted to be an author, and at age 11, I ended up achieving this. But not only did I end up becoming an author, I ended up becoming a public speaker, a publisher, a business owner, all these great things. The name of my business is Written by Kids Publishing Company. I decided to start this company because I thought it was important for me to help kids my age express themselves through literacy and just achieve their own goals. Because to me, achieving goals is the best thing in the world to feel. It's you just achieving things and aspirations that you set for yourself. And I know that everybody is capable of this because even if you don't end up achieving the goal, you still tried your best, and that's the most important thing. And everybody is capable of this because genius is common. Thank you.
Did you know women represent just 3% of Fortune 500 CEOs and less than 15% of corporate executives at top companies worldwide? Have you wondered what the secrets are to getting into the top ranks, whether in the private or public sector? Do you want to figure out how to stop being held back in your career or passed over for promotion? Then you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, President and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute. I have decades of experience in the military, the federal government, and corporate America, and my mission is to help women succeed and tap into their full potential. I want to reach 1 million plus women around the world to become the leaders they are meant to be. So if you want to move into a management or executive level position, or maybe you are a female veteran transitioning out of the military into business entrepreneurship, then reach out to the Executive Women's Success Institute at 301-693-3284. Let us get you on the fast track to success.
You are in the right place at the right time. The Black Business Network opens again for its Black Business Olympics, a 24/7 broadcast on business, strategies, global branding, social media marketing, finance, advertisement, and much, much more. Featuring the top, most powerful entrepreneurs and speakers and thought leaders from all around the world as they gather together for this phenomenal event. Join the Black Business Network streaming live into the metaverse, STEM City, USA, Black Multiverse, Pod TV, Roku, Hulu, iHeartRadio, Apple TV, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Google Podcasts, Facebook, LinkedIn, IBM TV, Spotify, and Twitch. Tune in today and be a part of this amazing movement. The Black Business Olympics welcomes you. Prepare for what's coming and dominate in economic winter. Stand strong and thrive by showcasing your great products and services globally through the Black Business Network and Black Business Olympics. The Black Business Network has showcased over 2,000 companies with over $7 billion in sales each year. Over 10 million attendees have viewed the rebroadcast each month. Through the Black Business Olympics, unique styles of business training and mentoring are turning students into business owners and entrepreneurial warriors who will dominate in any economy. Gain the ultimate advantage of the Black Business Olympics, 7 days of unbelievable topics and speakers speaking around the globe. Donate your time and experience to provide expertise and scholarships to students worldwide and change the world. Now, more than ever, new insights, tools, strategies, and capabilities are needed. This is your chance for a major presentation to the world. Fill out the form and join the more than 2,000 speakers who have presented to over 200 countries. Join the Black Business Network streaming live into the metaverse, STEM City, Black Multiverse Enterprises, Hulu, Amazon, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Apple, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pod TV, IBM TV, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. Sign up today. Spaces are limited, and we will see you there.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
Hello, and welcome. Good afternoon, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Dr. Tandra Price. I am the owner and founder of Tapped In Magazine, a global publication where we help entrepreneurs increase their visibility and expand their network. Go to tappedinmagazine.org for more information. I am your business moderator for this afternoon on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour network showcasing Black business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about businesses. Today, we have an amazing keynote speaker with us today. And let me just give you just a little introduction. We have Dr. Boom Thornton, is an associate chair of undergrad human service program and tenured professor at St. Leo University. Her published book series, Transforming Your Reality, Removing the Mask, book chapters, and journal articles reflect her interest in teaching, learning, and mental health. We'd like to welcome Dr. Boom Thornton, and we're going to give her just a second to come on. She is amazing. And we want.
How many times have you been asked to help someone you didn't even know, a student, a business entrepreneur, or did you ever even ask, where did they end up? That business, that friend, that entrepreneur. Well, just maybe they ended up in a gang, bankrupt, homeless, or worse, dead. Maybe they turned to crime, drugs, and alcohol. Did you ever wonder? Did you destroy their dream, or was your life always so easy? At the Black Business Olympics, we started a movement to help students complete. Give them hope and foster success. Help them to leave their dreams of providing laptops, computers, and up to $5,000 in scholarship funds. Today, we ask you to help a student, a business owner, or an entrepreneur to realize their dream by sponsoring them, supporting them, and buying from them. Consider this. With $1.6 trillion in our Black community, we only ask for a small donation for our students, our businesses, and our entrepreneurs. And you can change a life today. So I ask you, what are you going to do? Sit on the sideline and watch our students in high school be losers, miss out on their dream from lack of resources? Or are you going to donate to the movement and change their future and yours as well? Give us a call today at 919-308-9090. Change their life by investing with action to the Black Business Olympic Fund. The Black Business Olympics, one of the largest business showcases of Black business in the history of the world.
Welcome back to the Black Business Network. Again, we have an amazing keynote speaker, Dr. Boom Thornton.
She's going to come and give you a lot of information about her program and how she's making a major impact in the community, and how she has tips and resources that will be able to help you as well. We're going to give her just a second to pop on the screen because you do not want to miss this information. It is going to be powerful. So I hope that you have your pen and paper ready to take as many notes as you can about her amazing topic that she's going to be sharing with you. A lot of times we want to make sure that we don't miss any good nuggets. So we always want to have a pen and paper. See, I got my pen right by me and paper ready to take some amazing notes on a lot of amazing topics. Here at the Black Business Network, again, we have amazing speakers from all over that is sharing some amazing tips and resources to really help our business grow and to help us get connected, more connected and tapped in to a lot of different resources. Again, just like Tapped In Magazine, we want to make sure that we have you in a publication that highlights you, that shares your expertise, that gives you a broader audience to be able to get your message to. It's not only just that you have your message, but you want to make sure that you're seen, heard, and noticed across many, many boards. So we're going to give Dr. Thornton just a little time to just kind of jump in here. And again, just giving you just a little bit more about who I am as your moderator for this afternoon. Again, I am the owner and founder of Tapped In Magazine. It's a global magazine. We're actually in the UK. We're doing some amazing things. We're really highlighting our entrepreneurs. Our magazine centers on 4 different publications, which is for women, men, speakers, and authors. We want to make sure that we roll out the red carpet for you and give you as much visibility as needed. One of my favorite sayings is, we got to find a way to make sure that they know that you're there. And how do you find people? How do people find you? You want to make sure that you're in just as many visibility areas so they can find you, because if you're not, your clients are going to do business with people who they see more in doing the same business as you. So we want to make sure that you're always on front center stage when it comes to promoting your products and services. It's really, really huge to make sure that people around know exactly who you are and what you do. So as we wait for Dr. Thornton, we just want to make sure that if you have any questions, or if you want to, again, donate to the Black Business Network, you go again to blackbusinessnetwork.com. And you can also go to our Cash App. It's the $BB. It's right here in the bottom of the information. Make sure that you go there and donate. We want to make sure that we can support as many of our youth today that's in the community that's trying to do some amazing things in their field. And we want to make sure that we don't forget. Again, we want to also just keep highlighting how we can make you more visible. This is an amazing platform that can really get you out there and really showcase your products and service. But Tapped In Magazine, just to give you a little information about Tapped In Magazine, we are a 4-year-old company doing some amazing things. We have over 350,000 online distribution. Yes, I said that right. Over 350 online distributions, and we're doing some amazing things in the community. We are making major big strides and collaborating with major big speaking platforms. We are one of the magazines here for the Black Business Network, and we're going to be doing some amazing things of highlighting a lot of the speakers that come onto the stage here at the Black Business Expo. We want to make sure that we are showing you, not only are you going to be able to give your message here, but we're going to give it to you again in digital and print. So we're going to be able to make sure that you are, again, seen, heard, and noticed, to make sure that those who are looking for you will find you. They won't have to search for you. You know what almost reminds me of that Walmart commercial, you know, the little happy face that always comes up all the time. A lot of times you see it more than often on your television than you want to see, but what they're doing is the visibility that they put in front of you. It makes you want to go into the store, even though you don't have to buy nothing from Walmart. You still makes you want to go, because every other commercial is Walmart or Target. And that's kind of what we want to do for you in Tapped In Magazine. We want to make sure that we're putting you in 7 different locations worldwide to make sure that people know exactly who you are and what you do. And why is this so important? Why is it so important? We have to think back that a lot of times when we look at doing networking and making sure that we're out there, a lot of times visibility is one of the things that are left out, because sometimes we don't even allow that much in our budget to make sure that people can come on. I mean, that allowed in your budget to make sure that you're seen. See, a lot of things that we do are still important, every aspect of our business. But one thing we know for sure, or one thing we know for sure, 2 things for certain, is that one, you have to be seen. People got to know where you are, what you do. And that requires visibility, because people are not going to knock on your door and say, what kind of business do you have? That's back in the old days. We're now in a new day. Okay. Things have evolved so fast and so quickly that guess what? We have this thing called the internet that's moving 10 times as fast as our feet could when we were back in the day where we were going door to door. See, we're not going door to door anymore. We're going from app to app to app. Okay, so that's why it's very important to make sure that people know who you are, that you're working against the algorithms on a lot of these different apps, that we're putting out engaging information and content that people want to know. What about you that makes you different? How do you stand out? How do you stand out different from your competitor? And Tapped In Magazine will help you do exactly that. We will help you stand out. We will help you with your message. We will actually help you with your marketing efforts. We will put you in different news media publications to make sure that you are seen, heard, and noticed. But one thing I love about Tapped In Magazine, it's just not the magazine itself, it's the community that comes together. See, when we have this pool of community of resources that we can just pull from, makes us powerful. You know why it makes it powerful? Because when you go to your client and they're looking for whatever it may be, insurance, real estate, whatever, because of the community you connect with, you can now pull from your resources. So I'm so excited that we're going to tap into Dr. Michelle Thornton and her amazing impact that she's making in the community and the amazing things that she's doing. I am so excited. So listen, Dr. Thornton, how are you doing today? You looking beautiful. I think you're a little paused though, a little bit, but you are looking very beautiful. We're going to let her kind of come back in. Sometimes the network kind of does a little bit of different things to us, but she is ready to fired up and ready to give you some amazing information about her program and what she do and what she does and how she is making a difference. See, I love it when we can come on and we can share all this good juice, all this good information about the things that we're doing and the impact that we're making. See, this is where I talk about leaving a legacy, a legacy, a footprint, because guess what we're doing now, we're laying the foundation for the next generation. So when they come, they can pick up our books and read them, right? They can pick up our books or our magazines, Tapped In Magazine that you're in, and look and see the amazing things that you did, the stories that you did, how you got started, maybe some of the things that it's kind of like we learn from others, right? So what they've done, and let me tell you how that's evidence now, because we talk about laying a legacy down. Look at all the books that have been written prior to our time. All the books have been written, all the stories, the painting. See, that's the same thing we want to do now, is leave that legacy. We want to leave our footprint so people will understand where we were, how we got here, what we did, what impact we made, what transformation we made into people's lives. It was so amazing. And just to kind of go back, I don't know if anybody of a legacy, I don't know. And I'm still kind of relating this to my magazine, Tapped In Magazine, but Essence had an amazing story on, I think it was on BET, about how they got started and the amazing women that they put on that magazine and the purpose of that magazine. I actually got to go to the American Black Film Festival and they were there as well. And they talked about, the story behind how they got it and how they wanted to really represent women in a whole new different light. They wanted to see some Black women on their cover and they wanted to see some amazing women on the cover, but they took that publication and placed them on that cover. But guess what? They did some amazing things with that. They highlighted them. They told their story. And now you go back, those magazines are the footprint and the legacy of amazing actors, movie stars. Had they used that information to reach a broader audience, to tell their story? It's nothing like being on the front cover of a publication. It's nothing like that. You know, I used to go into the bookstores and I would see all these amazing magazines. All these amazing magazines, you know, Ebony, Jet. I don't know if Jet's still around though, but Ebony, Jet, some things of that nature. We used to go around, I would go around and look at the different magazines and the people that they put on the magazines, how good the covers look, how beautiful they look. I mean, like just, you know, so eye-catching before you can even get to the magazine rack, you've seen it. But it made a huge difference because it signified your legacy by being on the front cover of that magazine. It told a story that, you know what, couldn't nobody else tell. That's what that represents. It gave you a feeling that you've, not that you really made it, but guess what? What I'm doing today is going to affect the people further down the road. What I'm doing today is going to make a difference to the people that come across my magazine many, many years ago. And the editors, how they were so particular who they put in their magazine. And that's still today. If you really look at a lot of the publications, Forbes and all those Essence and all those things, they are particular about the people that they put on their magazine, what it represents. And that talks about branding. You know, we have to think about that. When we think about, you know, marketing our business and putting us out there, I go to talk about the picture so much because the picture is everything. Your picture is everything. Okay. I have to say, whenever we do our Tapped In magazine, I always tell people, imagine yourself being on, you know, a Forbes or a Essence or Jet or you know, Fortune 500 company. Think about, what do you want people to see? What do you want people to see when they see you on the front cover of that magazine? Okay, I'm gonna let you think about that for a second, because that's really huge. And I'm going to, and trust me, I'm tying the story into how Essence wanted to make a difference. They wanted to represent something different, but it was their brand. Okay, it was a brand that when you picked up Essence magazine, you see nothing but the best. But the people that were getting on the front cover wanted to make sure that their picture spoke everything. It said everything. See, a lot of times when someone thinks about getting on the front cover, it's not a selfie. It's not a selfie. Because see, as we're out here representing our brand and our business, we need to be having professional photos. You need to have at least 3 sets of professional photos done throughout the year. Let me tell you, because seasons change. Okay. Your product changed, doesn't it? You always try to tweak your product somehow, some way throughout the year. You got to, you know why? Because we don't want to stay consistent across the board. We want to add a little flavor to our product. I mean, prime example, give you another analogy. You know, everyone knows the big M arch, right? Well, just think, if they only just sold Big Macs and cheeseburgers, guess what? They would be out of the competition would over succeed them. They always add something extra, something different to get you through the door, something that still represents them, but something that is so attracting to you that makes you want to be a part of it. And that's the same thing that what we do. We want to make sure that we bring nothing but the excellence to you. We want to highlight you. We want to roll out the red carpet and tell your story. You know, we want to tell your story and how that is going to amplify your voice. A lot of times our voices are sometimes muted. I always say, speak up. But sometimes our voices become so muted, and you need different platforms like the Black Business Network, like different platforms of speaking on different stages to amplify your voice. Let people hear you, hear what you have to say. And the only way that they can do that is making sure that you're in the places that you need to be in to shine. And you have these different platforms that's going to let you shine. So I'm super excited about what we're doing with the Black Business Network and Tapped In Magazine, collaborating together, bringing this force together. We're going to be another Essence. We're going to be bigger than Essence. We're going to highlight you. We're going to show you. I love Essence magazine and can't wait to be, featured in their magazine and even be a contributing writer to their magazine. But somehow, some way, we got to make sure that you are seen, heard, and noticed. We got to make sure that you are out in front of your audience. That people know who you are and what you do. They got to get familiar with you. And the only way they can get familiar with you is if you're showing up somewhere. I mean, again, I go back to like a Walmart or Target. You're familiar with them. You know what products they have, what service they have. Why? Because one, they're always showing up no matter what. Christmas time, holiday time, Halloween, Thanksgiving. They're always, again, remember when I said you want to tweak your product and bring something new? The same thing. They're showing up. You're familiar with their product. You're familiar with their brand. You know what they bring. You know when to look for them and you know when to go in there. Okay. So, and you want that to be the same way. That's why we have to make sure that visibility, you're in the forefront. And again, Tapped In Magazine, we work really hard to make sure that we put you in the highlights, that we highlight you, spotlight you, tell your story. We even do a personal 30-minute interviews with you on different stations just like this. And we also do a LinkedIn Live for you as well, and give you that information, give you that footage. We even craft what we talk about on our show or on the interview, and we craft that into a news article that you can either use for a press release or you can put it inside the magazine. But every time is a way for you to make sure that you are amplifying your voice, that your voice is being heard, that people understand who you are and what you do and how they can connect with you. A lot of times we miss that part of how do we connect? We miss that part. See, a lot of times we can tell our business all day long, but sometimes we'll leave out the main ingredient. Is to contact me here or go here. See, a lot of times we get so hyped up in what we're doing. And sometimes we leave out important things. I always tell people when they go to networking, that networking is not for them, it's for the next person. We're looking for walking billboards. Again, that's visibility. You're looking for somebody who's going to be your walking billboard, who's talking and putting you in rooms that you don't even know about. You know why they do that? It's because you are being seen, heard, and noticed. They know what you do. They know how you do it. Okay. And that's important because a lot of times people look at networking as being such a hard thing to do, but it's not. It's something that we do every day. We don't even know that we're doing it. We don't even know that we're referring business to our friends or family. We don't know it because as we're talking about it, I don't know if you've ever had a conversation like this, but sometimes people will be like, oh, I'm looking for, X, Y, and Z to make some shirts or something like that. And, next thing you know, you say, hey, you know what? My friend Shelly makes shirts. You start talking to her. Yes, she has a company. She's been around such and such. Here, let me give you her information. And it works just like that. Just like that. Now, Shelly probably was at home cooking dinner and didn't even know that somebody was selling her business for her. That's the kind of visibility you want. That's what Tapped In Magazine gives you. It gives you that type of visibility to put you in the forefront of your audience, get people talking about you, getting you in rooms that, you've heard that saying, get you in rooms that you don't even know that you're in. And it makes a huge difference. So we want to make sure that we keep visibility at the forefront. Okay. But we also want to make sure that we're talking about our business too. Okay. Because one thing is different. We can have all the ingredients, the website and all that stuff. We can get the visibility, but we got to have that talking piece too, right? We got to have that talking piece. People got to know, again, and it has to be clear, concise. So people can be that walking billboard, that they know exactly what you're doing. Right? They got to be able to say, hey, I know Tandra. Hey, I know Tapped In girl. I see you all the time. And then it's so funny because when I was actually at an event over the weekend and it was a new event. This is my first time even being at the event. And how about they said, when I said, my name is Dr. Tandra Price, they said, I know you. Aren't you the owner of Tapped In Magazine? And it threw me back a little bit because I was like, yeah. Now, this is a whole new group of people, different people. A lot of times you think people ain't watching you. Believe me, they're watching you. They know what you're doing. And that's why it's important for you to make sure that you're out there, to make sure that you're out there constantly, not just one time a day, not just 2 times a day. Again, think about how many times we're posting on social media. We know how the algorithms work, right? One person posts, the next person posts, we're always down in the feed. But we got to constantly keep doing something. I'm not saying post on social media all day long, because social media may not even be your platform to post on, but we got to make sure that you're visible. Even when I go into a restaurant and I'm sitting down, I'll have two of my magazines. I'll just have them sitting there on the table, because somebody is either going to walk by, or even the waiter will say, "Oh my God, that's a nice publication." See, I'm still, no matter what, getting that information out. I'm not letting it sit dormant. See, a lot of times what happens is we get these publications, or we get in anthologies, and we just let them sit dormant. Like, it was beautiful to be on the cover, it was beautiful to do the book launch, but now what's next? Where do you go from here with that anthology or that book? Where do we go? What's the next step? So we got to keep it going. Always carry 2 or 3 of your books. Listen, when I go to a meeting, at the end of the meeting, I will hand them my magazine. As a matter of fact, I'll sign it. And when they look at that magazine, they'll be like, wow, I can't believe. Yeah. I mean, what a way to seal the deal. What a way to close the deal. Because see, now they know that you're on a global publication. That means a lot. When you're leaving your meeting and you're an author, a #1 best-selling author, you leave that book. Let me give you something just, on your spare time that you could take a look at and read. Drop that book off, sign it. That is a closing presentation. When you hand that book to them, at the end, you say, "Are you ready to get started? Are you ready to get started with me?" Yeah. See, there's a lot of ways that we can help you spend that, besides just, letting your book stay there dormant, collecting dust. We want to make sure that we're moving our products and services. We want to make sure that we're ready for the next fold. We're right now going into the 4th quarter, and right now we should be thinking about 2024 or 2025. Some of us are thinking about 2025 because we already got 2024 together. We know what that visibility map look like. We know what that landscape is going to look like for us. We know exactly how many places we're going to be. We're going to know exactly how many places we're going to be talking on, how many stages we're going to talk on. Because every time you get on a stage, it's visibility, it's branding. And you never want to leave that stage without giving out something that you have in your hand, tangible, that you can give in your hand, that people can, again, read on about you. Because I'm telling you, once you leave that stage, if you're not haven't given a great impression, or you've done something to make yourself memorable, guess what? They're going to walk off that stage and forget about you within 24 hours. Same way with networking. Within 24 hours, if you did not pay attention in the conversation, how your listening ears on, pay attention in the conversation and have something memorable that you can connect the two together, within 24 hours, life happens. People forget. But you want to be able to give them something. Put it, hey, this is a table read. But we have to invest in ourselves, which means if we want to be out there, that's going to create a visibility buzz. And we have different platforms that will put you out there to make sure that you are being seen, heard, and noticed, that people understand who you are and what you do. They can be your walking billboard. And Tapped In Magazine can help you do that. I want you to check us out. We have some amazing covers. Go to tappinmagazine.org. You can go there. You can look at all the publications we've done. You can look at some of our upcoming events that we have, things that we got going on right now. Right now, we're going to do something so spectacular for the end of the year. I'm so super duper excited. And it's going to be something that's going to be able to really shine a light on a lot of people. We're trying to at least get 30 people into our publication, and we're going to call it the Grand Slam for the end of the year. And it's going to be really, really amazing, because if nothing else, this is a mark for each year. Each year is a different mark. And again, we got to leave our legacy footprint for each time, because we are laying the foundation for our next generation. We're doing something so spectacular that, you know what? We want people to know what we did. We want to know, guess what? We more importantly want to let them know that we were here. And how do you do that? You have to do that through visibility. We have to do that through digital and print. We know how quick digital can change, because look at everything that's changing right now. We have artificial intelligence that's coming into place. You know, they're leaving their mark. They've already started on it. When I said we should be probably working on 2025, probably 2026, they've already done that. They're already ahead of the game. Where are we in our marketing and our efforts? Where are we trying to take our business? Let's think about that. Where are we trying to take our business? What is the landscape that you've laid out? If things didn't go, or you didn't meet your goals, or whatever you did for this year in the visibility, marketing, and branding area, guess what? We still got 2024, 2025, but let's lay it out. Let's map it out so people know exactly, so you know, and your team know exactly what you're going to be doing and where you're going. Again, I did a research a while back, and it said that entrepreneurs need to be in different publications at least 12 times a year. Okay, think about that. We're talking about publications alone. You at least need to be in 12 of them. Some of them can be the same, but you need to be in different ones, because when you actually go to different events, you want to have something different to show your success, something different to show, you know, what you're doing, something different. Because I always tell people when we talk about networking, when you're actually in a networking event and you're actually introducing yourself, we got to think about our audience. See, our audience is going to be different each time. And that's how you have to think about your visibility. When you're at you're going to be someplace different each time. It's not going to be the same people you're talking to. So guess what? We got to appeal to our audience for each occasion, for each season. So I can see why the article said that you probably need to be in at least 12 publications. If you're in the same publication, guess what? Make sure that it's different, okay? Because what I love about Tapped In Magazine is that we feature different influential leaders each time. And do you understand how good that is by being in a magazine? Just we go back to Essence, being in a magazine, when Essence put them on the front cover, they had other influential leaders inside that magazine. See, they were being able to be connected to them. You have a magazine, and I'm just saying, Beyonce's on the front cover of the magazine. Guess what? You inside that magazine? Is that speaking for something? Same thing with Tapped In Magazine. You're on the front cover of Tapped In Magazine, and we have a lady who started a global empire. Yes. See, that's showing your credibility. Yeah, that's showing your authority and leadership by being placed in different type of publications with people like that. We have an amazing publication that's coming out right now, an amazing lady that started a business to help other women. And here's the thing about it is where the stories become so interesting is that we all didn't start at the top. You know, a lot of people have understood that they have had to work their way there. They never stopped. They kept going. And now look at what they have. They have something that is so powerful that not only did they just think about themselves, but they thought about how can I change somebody else's life? And those are the stories that you want to know, because that gives you momentum, encouragement. I mean, that kind of sets the pace for us. I mean, I always think about, they can do it, I can do it too. Let me read a little bit up on them, what they did, how they did it. So we have to think about that as well when we're in a situations like that. How do we become that next person? How do we make things, or how do we transform people's lives? How do we do that? You know, and we have to be so strategic in how we do it. we have to make sure that we've laid it out, because see, a lot of times the things that we go through are things that happen to us personally. I always say, listen, your story is not for you. And I think Dr. Kelly says it really well. What you're looking for is looking for you. And it kind of really plays a huge part in visibility, because you're looking to get a broader audience. You're looking to expand your audience. You're looking to stand out and shine. That's what you're looking for. But guess what? They're looking for you too. They're looking for you to help solve their problems, their needs, their concerns. They're looking for you, to be the answer to their problems. So while you're out there looking for them, they're actually looking for you too. But you got to find a way to let them know that you're there. And Tapped In Magazine can help you do exactly that. They can help you put you in front of places. They can help you get to where you need to be. And most importantly, they bring you into, or we bring you into a community, a family community, to where you can actually be a part of something so big, and that your transformation can be to answer in the prayer that someone else needs. It is so amazing. So I'm excited that, we're part of the Black Business Network, and the amazing things that Black Business Network, this is a legacy by itself, because we're doing something so amazing. We're looking to help we're looking to raise money for scholarships. And right now we know it ain't cheap to go to school. I have 2 daughters that went to HBCU schools, and I love the experience that they got, but we need to make sure that we are doing our part in making a difference. So I'm super excited. Let's see. Do we have oh my God, I see we got some stuff here in our chat that's popping up. And we want to make sure that we answer any things that we have that we're doing. I was going to send a note here and see if I can answer any questions. So if you're looking to expand your visibility and get out in front, please go to tappedinmagazine.org. I would love to, sit down, talk with you, kind of figure out how we can help you in your visibility efforts and be amazing. I think that you will love our platform. I think that again, being a part of the Black Business Network is so amazing. We're ready. Listen, we're ready to do some amazing things in 2024. So I want you to hold tight, because we're coming. We are coming to do some amazing things. That's going to be able to help you grow your business, help you make more connections, and do some amazing things. And we want to make sure that your voices are being heard and that you get the visibility that you deserve. We don't want nobody else taking your business, okay? Because you didn't get an opportunity to get out into the forefront. So we want to make sure, we just want to make sure that we get you there. Tappedinmagazine.org. I can't say it again. That's TAPIN magazine.org. We can talk about visibility all day. And another thing that when we set an appointment, we kind of go over details with you. Hey, Miss Hicks, how are you?
Good. How are you? I'm taking over modeling for you. Thank you for your presentation. I appreciate it. You told us so much. I had the chance to take a look at your website. I followed and connected with you on LinkedIn.
Thank you so much. Listen, because we definitely need to connect and do some amazing things together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. As I mentioned in my keynote, it's important to build a brand. So I will be talking with you, but I'm here to relieve you. Okay. Just one more time so everyone knows, where can they find you, Dr. Price?
Yes, Tapped In, TAPIN, just like tap, TAPIN magazine.org.
All righty. Thank you so much for that. And I will see you later. Have a good evening.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you so much, everyone. The Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K-12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. You may go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund or use the Cash App on the bottom of the screen. That is $BBXUSA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can register online at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com if they're interested. Every dollar counts, so we want to remind you to donate to our scholarship fund. I also wanted to thank our Black Business Expo USA sponsors for August of 2023. They are NC100, Moody Capital Partners, Suede Soul, Lotus Reach Coaching and Training, Carolina Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, BHS and Associates, Margie McLean Foundation Incorporated, Genius is Common, Earth Essentials, Mullane Shania Global, Executive Women's Success Institute, The Quality Coaching Company, Super Women Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Artistic App Design, and Black Business Expo USA. Genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
This is Dr. Arnold T. Petsworth. He's the owner of Petsworth Vet World. Business was steady, but then an influx of new four-legged friends changed everything. Dr. Petsworth welcomed these new patients. The only problem, more appointments, meant he needed more space. That's when Dr. Petsworth turned to his American Express business card, which offers flexible spending limits that adapt with his business. He used his card to furnish a new exam room, and everyone was happy. Built for Dr. Petsworth's business, built for your business, Amex Business.
I'd like you to imagine with me, if you will, opening an app where you can collaborate with like-minded individuals from around the world, get inspiration and in-app tools to launch and grow your business, as well as share your knowledge and earn compensation, all in one app. Well, the name of that app is Truso, short for Truly Social. Hi, I'm Matthew Newman, the founder and CEO of Truso. A new concept in social media, Truso is designed from the ground up to be a platform that's both social and empowering for all its users. How exactly do we do that? I'm glad you asked. First, Truso brings the world together via video. Psychologists assert that video provides a significantly more effective connection than audio only. When you enter a community on Truso, you're face to face. Second, on Truso, you don't have to have 1 million followers to monetize. Our business model allows all hosts and moderators to monetize, no matter the size of your following, by 1, producing fee-based content, and 2, inviting others to join the platform as subscribers. Even more, Truso has an in-app resource library with over 100 free resources, forms, and documents to help you build your brand and grow your business. Third, Truso is inclusive. The deaf and hard of hearing communities make up 360 million people worldwide. Unlike audio-only apps, Truso embraces this community, providing a networking platform that allows them to participate via video and closed captioning. We even have a deaf and hard of hearing foundation in the works as well. Fourth, Truso is both social and safe. We refer to Truso as a virtual extension of the beauty shop, barbershop, and brainchild of the community. A place where there's laughter, along with wisdom, growth-oriented conversation, and genuine connections in a safe space. Truso even has proprietary security to ensure we maintain a safe environment for everyone. Where are we at now? Truso is live, y'all. We've launched in beta, and we're acquiring users daily. We have an incredible development and marketing team, plus amazing celebrity influencers at the table, helping us spread the word around the globe, beginning within the African diaspora and beyond by creating a safe space for growth, connection, and collaboration. We're truly excited about Truso. We've created something special for which there is a global market. And we invite you to embark on this journey with us as a shareholder. The future for Truso is truly bright. Join us and let's go there together.
What if you could build your own city? a place where every child can find nurturing people to help them achieve their full potential. A place where every adult can access job training support, where health education is abundant, where social justice ruled the land. A place without limitations. Welcome. You have arrived at STEM City, USA. It is what every city should be. A safe and trusted community where you find people and resources to help you become everything you are and beyond. STEM City is unlike anything you have ever experienced. It is a digital twin of the world around you, only better. STEM City is about energy and soul renewal. It is more than a digital world. You can almost feel the power of live cultural events, music, and theater. STEM City promises a better future for children with caring mentors and hands-on activities with dedicated tutors to support our youth. STEM City is your passport to a healthy lifestyle with weekly events addressing our community's many issues. STEM City is your financial well-being with helpful information on wealth management, career advancement, job training, and so much more. STEM City is the community you deserve. It is the city where your dreams can come true. STEM City, USA, a place in the sky that is accessible to all who reach for the stars.
Follow the Brand TV broadcast host, Grant McGaw, as he visits with top executives and entrepreneurs to find out their secrets of success with their personal brand. Follow the Brand TV broadcast host as he focuses on brand development to build better relationships, bring value to your business, relationships, and career. You will enjoy listening to each episode that is tailored to speak to you directly. If you're looking for this type of clarity in terms of building your brand, you have tuned into the right station. Each episode will help you to shape a conversation in the 5-star BDM network of 20,000 professionals and become a springboard for your corporate engagement and business opportunities. Each guest will frame their story in the areas of personal branding, business development, career development, financial empowerment, and technology innovation. Grant McGaw explains why he is the CEO and owner of his own professional career. Grant is an accomplished business leader and entrepreneur who wants to give back to individuals to grow their personal brand strategy. Tune in as he weaves his story about new possibilities, while to you exceed expectations. If you love storytelling, this show will make for fun. Follow the Brand TV broadcast host, Grant McGaw, as he visits with...
I was born in a little village on the island of Haiti. Many deadly diseases pounded me. It is as if they were on a mission to end my existence on this earth. I refused to give up. In 1983, I left Haiti and came to the United States of America. And I came with $5, 2 shirts. I didn't speak in English. I came to Atlanta. I got a job. I was a doorman. I was a doorman with a dream. What I used to do, I used to come on stage. I'd rehearse this moment that I'm standing in front of you. That's the power of a dream. Maybe today is the day you begin acting as if you already have it. And then step out with full force. Take a risk. No condition is permanent. Don't let your situation distract you. You are chosen. You are called. You are born for a purpose in this life.
Attention all entrepreneurs and companies. Are you looking for reliable and efficient virtual assistants and back office support to help you manage your business tasks? Look no further than Superwoman Business Services. Our team of virtual assistants provides a full range of administrative support services, including operations management, social media marketing, and much more. We also offer website design services to help you create a professional online presence that reflects your unique brand. In addition to administrative support and website design, we offer business development and structuring services to help you grow your business and achieve your goals. We'll work closely with you to identify areas of improvement and develop a customized plan to help you reach your full potential. At Superwoman Business Services, we understand that running a business can be overwhelming and time-consuming. That's why we're here to help you fly high and achieve success. Our virtual assistants are highly skilled, experienced, and dedicated to providing you with the support you need to thrive. Come fly with us and take your business to new heights. Let us help you become the superhero entrepreneur you are meant to be. Contact Superwoman Business Services today to learn more about our back office support services. Come fly with us and take your business to new heights.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world.
Cash flow 5, 10, 10, 75.
I use the cash flow app to keep track of my charities.
Cash flow 5, 10, 10, 75 helps you manage expenses, helps keep track of charitable giving, helps you save your money. Cash flow 5, 10, 10, 75. Download it today. Cash flow 5, 10, 10, 75 would like to wish the Cyber Bears good luck in this year's first robotics competition.
What if you could build your own city? A place where every child can find nurturing people to help them achieve their full potential. A place where every adult can access job training support. Where health education is abundant. Where social justice ruled the land. A place without limitations. Welcome. You have arrived at STEM City, USA. It is what every city should be. A safe and trusted community where you find people and resources to help you become everything you are and beyond. STEM City is unlike anything you have ever experienced. It is a digital twin of the world around you, only better. STEM City is about energy and soul renewal. It is more than a digital world. You can almost feel the power of live cultural events, music, and theater. STEM City promises a better future for children with caring mentors and hands-on activities with dedicated tutors to support our youth. STEM City is your passport to a healthy lifestyle with weekly events addressing our community's many issues. STEM City is your financial well-being with helpful information on wealth management, career advancement, job training, and so much more. STEM City is the community you deserve. It is the city where your dreams can come true. STEM City USA, a place in the sky that is accessible to all who reach for the stars.
Did you know women represent just 3% of Fortune 500 CEOs and less than 15% of corporate executives at top companies worldwide? Have you wondered what the secrets are to getting into the top ranks, whether in the private or public sector? Do you want to figure out how to stop being held back in your career or passed over for promotion? Then you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, President and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute. I have decades of experience in the military, the federal government, and corporate America, and my mission is to help women succeed and tap into their full potential. I want to reach 1 million plus women around the world to become the leaders they are meant to be. So if you want to move into a management or executive level position, or maybe you are a female veteran transitioning out of the military into business entrepreneurship, then reach out to the Executive Women's Success Institute at 301-693-3284. Let us get you on the fast track to success.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
Good evening, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Marak Hicks, and I am the founder and CEO of Miracle Recruiting, and I'm your business moderator for this evening on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. Up next, our keynote speaker for this evening is going to be Dr. LaTanya Small. Dr. LaTanya L. Small is the founder and CEO of LT Empowerment Incorporated, a consulting company with the mission of empowering people to live life with possibilities, power, and purpose. She offers facilitated learning and strategic development through customized services, workshops, coaching, and motivational speaking. LT Empowerment adds value to its clients by unpacking the root, reward, and relational impact of decisions and actions derived or planned and transforms them to viable outcomes that render the performance excellence and financial gain. Dr. Small has over 34 years of experience working with the federal government and private/nonprofit organizations. She holds various awards and associations and is an active lifetime member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated and Blacks in Government. She is a motivational speaker and has been a speaker of various platforms and radio shows. I'm excited to present to you Dr. LaTanya Small. Hi, Dr. Small. How are you?
Hi, Ms. Hicks. Thank you so much for that lovely introductions. How are you today? And you look beautiful.
Thank you so much. I'm doing all right. Alrighty. Well, I'm going to leave it to you for your fireside chat. And Genius is coming. I'll see you on the other side.
All right. Well, hello, everyone. I am so excited to be with you tonight because today is about empowerment. It is about empowerment, and that's what we do. That's what we live, and that's what we speak and walk. So I am very blessed this evening to bring about a fireside chat because our theme tonight is about making business moves. In order for us to make business move, we need to know the platform, we need some strategies, we need some tips because it's about making business moves. That's what it's about. This is the Black Business Network and it's about making the right moves. So, with me, joining me today about a fireside chat, I'm bringing up Miss Tasha Jones. Miss Jones, would you come into the screen so we can start this lovely discussion on how to make business moves, particularly for women, but in general? We want to make some business moves.
Absolutely. Thanks for inviting me, Dr. Smalls. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. So they kind of read off my little bio just a little bit, but I want the audience to know who you are. So can you just tell us a little bit about you? And again, since the theme for today on this lovely Thursday is about empowerment, it's about entrepreneurship. When we talk about making business moves as a Black woman, give us some strategies. First, tell us who you are and talk about why this topic is so important.
Well, my name is Tasha Jones. I'm from Omaha, Nebraska, and this topic is so important if we're willing to all be vulnerable. I'm not saying put out too much TMI, too much information, but if it's necessary, why not? So it can touch, move, and motivate us all. So I'm a nurse here in Omaha, Nebraska, a registered nurse. What got me on my journey was being vulnerable with myself. And my business at the time when I was 21 was myself, kind of like being your CEO of self. If you guys haven't read Herman Cain's book about being your CEO of self, I highly recommend that book. But I came from very humble beginnings, and that started with me taking ownership and responsibility for my life. And how did I do that? I learned how to read. Just that simple, if I can be vulnerable with you. And I didn't learn how to read past the second grade level until I was 21 years old. And how did I do that? I had to know what my business was and what I wanted. And that was myself. I wanted a change of lifestyle. I wanted a family legacy, and I wanted to empower others. So where am I at in my own personal business of being the CEO of myself? It is, I want to empower others. So what questions do you have for me, Dr. Smalls?
All right. I love that. And here on the Black Business Network, we do keep it real 100%.
Well, that's good.
This is our true, authentic self. Okay.
Yes.
And so you mentioned, let's talk about this because this is a chat we're having. I had the pleasure of meeting Miss Jones at a conference down in Houston just earlier this month.
Yes.
And we just connected. And I think that's one of the first things when you go back in terms of making business moves, it's about two things. It's about purpose because, while you and I connected because it was something, the energy, the spirit that we both have, it was just a connection. And it's where you sit, where you position yourself in the room, wherever it's the boardroom, wherever it's the coffee room, wherever it's the library, whatever room you're going to be in, it's where you position yourself is so key. And so I strategically always ask, order my steps, let the spirit order my steps and position me to a table, an environment where I can learn and be around like-minded people.
Yes.
And that's one thing about your purpose, because you said something about you were branding yourself. You were your own CEO. And the truth be told, we are all our own CEO. But when you think about that, and who you are, because I always believe it starts with your why.
Yes.
And you taught yourself how to read. So it started with your why. This is no heat, no judgment. We're just keeping it real.
Please, I can only be real. So thank you for allowing me to be real.
So tell us a little bit about that in terms of that positioning. You had to position yourself that where you were was not enough, that there needs to be a change. And I always say that in life, things happen because of a pain point. Of a pain point, of a problem. That's how we get all our inventions. That's how we get everything. It's basically from those avenues, from a pain point, from a problem. That's when things happen. And so looking at that, making those business moves, because it does start with being your own business person, your own internal self. So can you go back and elaborate more when you discovered more about your why and your purpose and what you saw of a bigger vision for yourself?
Well, when I think of that question, I mean, that's a loaded question. So I'm going to break it down, and I'm going to start with the change of lifestyle. Okay. So I wanted a change of lifestyle because I had a young daughter. I was a teen mom. I was 16 years old. I was taking ownership and responsibility. However, being a teen and then going into being a young woman, the responsibility and the change of that. So my daughter, believe it or not, she was the one that motivated me out of my pain. She brought me a book. It wasn't an audio book because I would read to her, but I would put headphones on. I don't know if you guys are familiar, like in 1995, you go to the library, you check out the tape. From taking out the tape, you have the book and put the headphones. Well, she's a child, so she's thinking, hey, this is how this goes. Lo and behold, she brings a book, and guess what? It doesn't have the audio. Well, over time, you see the same words over and over, frequency. Well, this word was phenomenal. And when you don't know phonetics, you don't know how to pronounce the PH that makes the F sound. So what am I doing? Tears begin to stream from my face, and I see it just like it was yesterday. And I said, if I don't learn how to read, she won't learn how to read. So, in closing on that change of lifestyle, it started that my grandmother only read at a second grade level. My mother, she was a high school dropout. So, out of that pain, I wanted to be something different. So, all that resentment, all that anger, and all that approval I was seeking actually got me on this journey. Change of lifestyle. You want to go into that a little bit? Do you have any questions or anything you want to ask me?
Just keep going.
Okay, I just want to make sure, just want to check in. So eventually I start this journey, and as I'm starting this journey, I'm on public assistance, food stamps, Medicaid, housing, you name it. And I'm thinking, well, how am I going to learn and work at the same time? So out of crisis, we just got out of crisis of COVID, 3 years. How many opportunities were birthed out of just COVID? I mean, literally. So I'm going through a crisis because you can't rob Peter to pay Paul, plus you're on the system. And then you think, well, if I work, I won't make enough money because then I'm going to lose my benefits that provide at least a way that I can thrive for basic needs and not just survive. Mm-hmm. So my father, he was addicted to crack cocaine. And he says, well, I can't teach you how to go out here and be corporate America, but I only work to get high. So do you want to sell these incense and oils? So my father taught me how to go ahead and sell incense and oils and set pride aside and judgment. So I was open because I had to learn how to read. Because if I didn't do that, there was not going to be a change of lifestyle. So with that, out of that crisis, my judgmental attitude towards my father, guess what? It wasn't there. I needed him and he wanted to be a father. And in that moment, I seized that opportunity. And then that relationship was then reestablished as well. So I sold incense and oils. Went through the journey, 21, college, took me 10 years to get an associate's degree. There's a lot of sweat, tears, peaks and mountains on that. And then I got accepted into Clarkson College, which is a bachelor's program. So I like to tell people, we all have a story. Facts tell, story sells, the greatest story is your own. And when I graduated college, I graduated debt-free. I knew what it was like to be poor and I wasn't going to be work poor. So how did I do that? I filled out scholarships. So every product in your house, whether it be Dawn soap, your favorite bottle of wine, Moscato or your brand, wines and spirits, Total Wine, everything you have has a scholarship. And all you have to be willing to do is tell your story, because facts tell, stories sell, the greatest story is your own. And mine was, I'm willing to tell my story because I need to get paid. And that payment was so I could get a college education. So look at me now, I'm thriving, I'm a homeowner. The paychecks I get, I don't have to wait once a year, which were income tax checks. So I get those at least bi-weekly for sure. And I'm thriving. I'm in that empowerment stage. And when we met, like I said, I came down to the PNC network because I realized where I was. Dr. Frazier said it best, learn, earn, and return. So I'm in that stage where I would say I'm learning on the empowerment aspect. So look at that journey, change of lifestyle, family legacy, and empowering others. And look where I'm at, the Black Business Network Empowerment.
Won't he do it? Won't he do it? That is, I don't know about you. That is a story. Oh my goodness. What I love so many nuggets from that about your choices, your decisions to say like where I am is not enough, that I'm going to do something. And like you said, we all have a story. You focus on that. I'm going to sell my story, in your story, in your worth. Your worth. And that's something I think as business owners and entrepreneurs, we have to always remember our why, because we get out here and we do things sometimes for the wrong reason because it's the end thing, and we're not walking in an alignment with our assignment. And I always say that we always need to be in alignment with your assignment. And so what I love about your story is that you know who you are. I know who I am. I know that I'm my goodness. And sometimes we have to lean and have someone remind us that you are worthy. Before you left, when we were down in PNC the last night, and the PNC, for those of you who don't know, the PNC is the Power Network Conference that's done by Dr. George Frazier. Now it's coming to the next city will be Charlotte, North Carolina in 2004 in August. And so the last night is great power people. We're talking about empowerment. We're talking about things just uplifting and networking because relationships matter. We are here today because of a relationship that Ms. Jones and I have established. I am here on the Black Business Network is because my friend who's coming up next, Dr. Madeline Lewis, told me about this opportunity. One thing as Black women, and we have to continue to empower one another. If I know of something that's going to benefit you, I want you to soar. So I always look for opportunities to say, okay, come on, tell your story. Use this platform, which is a great opportunity. But what I wanted to say is that the last night at the PMC is an African gala. We dress in African attire. We just have a great time. But at the end, there is a song that Dr. Frazier has us to sing, and it's Lean on Me.
Yes.
You should have seen us singing Lean on Me. I mean, we just spoke that because if you listen to the words that I'm going to need you, we all need somebody to lean on. And I think that one of the mistakes in making business moves is when you think in isolation that I don't need anybody, that I'm not going to share, how I got here. I pulled myself up by my own bootstraps. So you got to find the formula for you. I think that's a great mistake. That's why that's one of the songs that I love is about Lean on Me, because I'm going to need you. Because, that song says, I just might have a problem that you understand.
Yes.
And so when you think about that in terms of empowering, like you said, you're just getting into that empowerment because your story has so many nuggets, so many.
It has you.
How can you encourage another business owner, another woman, another male? How can you encourage them that keep on walking? Don't give up.
I think the biggest thing, when I think about where I was when I started off, wanting an education, and now where I am today, if you have a business for goods or service that you're passionate about, you have to have that fulfillment. That fulfillment is everything. It's your gas, it's your drive, and you have to know your purpose. And you have to remember your purpose is to serve others and not yourself. So it goes back to Lean on Me. That's serving, guess what? One another. So if you're thinking in terms of motives, your motives may be good, but it may not be the right time. For example, I want to take care of my family. I'm tired of living down here. I want my money to be like this, or I want to be known. I want to be seen. But when you think of Christ saying it best, service to many is what leads to greatness. What's driving you for that fulfillment, and where is your passion? The money and all that'll come. But what I'm learning now is it's not just about the currency. It's about time being your number one currency, relationships being your number two currency, and then that bartering system, which that today is Venmo, Cash App, or just still, guess what? The American way, cash. So I would just truly leave you guys and empower you with knowing where am I getting fulfillment in this and why am I doing it? The why is good, but then the fulfillment's the gas. The why is the engine and the car, and the fulfillment's the gas. If you don't have fulfillment, it's like you got a half a tank, you got to fill it back up.
Okay. You know what? You said it in terms of that gas, that fulfillment. And that's what we all need. We all have to go back and really look at those avenues, those things that bring us to the forefront. When we think about our relationships, and again, How I met Miss Jones is about the relationships. It's about the relationships. It's about allowing opportunities for someone to come and tell your stories. And I think that's one of the greatest things when we talk about making those business moves, how we do it, how we understand our why, our purpose. Why am I here? Now, is it going to be rough? Yes, it is. And that's what you also heard Ms. Jones say in terms of some of the risks. So many times we feel like we can't fail. And when I go out and I speak to my clients, and I always ask them, what would you do if you could not fail? I will say it again. What would you do if you could not fail? And some of them, they just kind of get blown aside. They'd be like, well, I don't know. And then they kind of think about it. Well, I will start this company. Well, I will do this. And then I tell them, well, who told you you were going to fail? See, we have to stop thinking that a risk or a failure is our defeat. When we are challenged and we're going through the fire, we come out stronger. We come out stronger, and that's how you make those business moves. The great, every person who you think that has succeeded, even our own Dr. Kelly, everyone who has done something, who has made it to the top, or as you see as successful, has had many failures. The only difference between what they did is that they kept learning. They learned from that and be like, okay, it didn't work this time, so let me try this. Sometimes we put a period when it's only a comma. You see, it's all in how we also frame things as business owners. How do you frame things? And Tasha, you and I have talked about that, is how you frame things. In life, I either win or I learn. I never lose. I either win or I learn. So when we think about that in terms of the things that you've won or what you've learned, what has been one or two of your greatest learned lessons?
My learned lessons is to not allow my past to be the resentment and the anger and the approval. Seeking that. And just growing up in a dysfunctional family, I mean, clearly, you can see some holes, some different dots and different things like that. So I will say that resentment and that anger and seeking that approval, it got me to where I am today. However, the journey, I didn't like it, and the destination, I didn't like it because my motive wasn't right. So I bought a lot of sense thinking once I get here, I'll get the approval. Once I get here, I'll get the love. So whatever business you have and you think, well, once I make this amount of money, or once I get married, or once I get this house, wherever once I get this, you have to think, are you really going to get the fulfillment you need? So if there's resentment, if there's anger, if there's approval issues like I had, you may want to reevaluate that and then explore that with either a life coach or a psychologist, or maybe if you're strong enough, do it by yourself and talk to that individual when you were 5, 6, 7, 8. I do that every day now. So now when I look at where I'm at as far as fulfillment, I do it to serve others. I get fulfilled by sharing that TMI, too much information to touch, move, and motivate. When I have this interview with you, who's ever listening, I hope that, guess what? I'm filling their cup up with my vulnerability, because that's how my spirit is leading me.
Yes, yes.
So I know now that I can do anything I put my mind to. Along that journey, starting off at 21, I didn't believe it, but I was saying, I'm going to prove to them I can. I'm going to prove to them I can. Now, where I stand is I believe it. So it doesn't matter if someone else believes it or not. It's going to show. And I learned that I'm enjoying the journey. I'm looking forward to the destination. And look, I met you along the journey. Not being angry, guess what? People don't approach you. But smiling and being ready, people do.
That's right. And again, it goes back in terms of how do we enter the room?
Yes, it does.
Our position. And people don't understand it. And I'm not saying, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not saying that you got to come in with your suit and stuff like that. It's just that there's an air about you that people see. And so sometimes we have to check and say, what am I displaying?
That's a good
and
one.
are my motives pure?
Better.
And we keep going back to the same thing in terms of understanding your why. You've got to live your life for you. You can't follow the Joneses, not you, but you can't follow the Joneses or the Smiths. You have to live the life and the purpose that God has set before you. That's the first thing. And when you walk into that and authentically, doors will open. But again, it's how you position yourself. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you just a couple questions because this is what I found that's very interesting. And again, this is just we're just talking. This is what
Absolutely.
I love about this fireside chat. So, what is your greatest fear?
Dying and not ever living out my purpose, why I'm here, why God has had me here. Dying and not fulfilling this purpose, or not spending the time to say, was this the right purpose for me? Because I feel like I've done so much, I've seen so much, I'm here, but what am I really supposed to do? Because it wasn't to seek approval in that negative way. So why am I here? Because if I know why I'm here, I know how I can provide services and goods in a way that there's that mutual energy that serves both human beings for that human connection, if that makes sense.
It does.
So my biggest fear is when I think about that, and there's a great book by Dale Carnegie when he talks about worry. And he says, think about the worst thing that could possibly ever happen. And then you think, okay, death. And then when I think about, okay, well, death's not bad because I'm no longer here. Then I think, well, what about my children? And then you will find out that when that fear peaks up for me, there's literally no fear after I've processed what my greatest fear is and addressing it. And then it's like, what's your next fear? What's your next fear? What's your next fear? What's your next fear? And then you realize you really don't have any fears. It's more, at least for me, it's more concern is, what do others think of me, when I need to be thinking, what do I think about myself?
Yes. This is empowerment. This is empowerment. I hope someone is understanding and getting the nuggets. This is about real talk. It's about real talk. And we know, and Dr. Frazier says this always, the person who wins is the person who gives.
Yes.
And in business, because we're talking about businesses, making business moves. In business, it's about service. It's about how can I benefit and bless Miss Jones? How can I elevate her business? And if she surpasses me, it's still good.
Yes.
It's still good. How can I find someone who can benefit from her products, her services, her knowledge, her expertise? And I think once we can really understand that and come to the table and sit and collaborate and empower one another without any hidden motives.
I not to interrupt you right there. When you say hidden motives, let me give you an example. I live in, again, Omaha, Nebraska. Everybody knows, I hope, who Warren Buffett is. He's like one of the richest billionaires here in Nebraska. And he made a lot of billionaires. We have more billionaires in Omaha than any other capital, as far as city-wise, not possibly state, but definitely city here in Omaha. And I thought about, like, guys, how was that possibly possible? He went ahead, he had skills, he had services, he was serving doctors, nurses, and he had relationships. So when I look at where I am and where you are and how you know that my goal is to empower others, well, let me bring you on. And you're like, if you surpass me, guess what? We have a relationship. Everybody he came in contact with while he was that young investor, they're all billionaires now. So you can't do nothing but win.
Exactly.
I mean, that's the biggest example that I can think about when I think about Warren Buffett, because he went to UNO, he was a college student. He was around others that some were kind of leery and some weren't. I don't know if you guys know where Nebraska Furniture Market, Mrs. B, he basically bought that. I think it's Berkshire Hathaway bought that. But here she was, an immigrant, a Jew immigrant with $50, and now she's a legacy. But guess what? He had this relationship. She had very little, and he had skills, and he had other relationships, and he brought that. And I just think culturally, we as Blacks, we have to be empowered to do more. So when our ego gets in the way and it makes us feel a particular way, we need to say, what's more important? Me showing off, or me saying I got it. They call them branding yourself, and you got all these different brands, but you're not really providing any services. You don't have relationships.
And you said that because we talk about, because you and I both believe in the power of relationship, but
Yes.
it's also cultivating those relationships.
Absolutely.
Because what I have found is that there is a generation that doesn't know how to cultivate that.
I think you're right. I think you're right even more so because when I think of where I am today and I see others that are where you are, and I live in a state that's predominantly white. I'm a black face in a white place, so I'm the only black nurse where I work at. So imagine how I get it from both areas. I get it from being a light-skinned black woman. I get it. There's issues as far as colorism, where connection, and then I get it from white women. And it's like, all I want to do is be of service. When I see you as God made you. And I'm thinking there's something that if I'm uncomfortable, I'm like, I'm growing. And I ask myself, what can I learn from this versus why am I constantly hitting this wall, God? Why am I constantly hitting this wall with my sister who's darker than me? Why doesn't she realize that, hey, look, I want to help her. I see, hey, look, the whole dynamic of what's going on in healthcare, where we get afraid and we don't speak up. We don't have a platform where we can speak up. And then if you have very little resources, you're moved by fear. And I'm thinking, well, I don't have anything to lose. I know what it's like to get an ADC check for $293. You can put me to work for you, or I can sit at home and watch Young and the Restless on Channel 3. Victor's still living.
You know it.
Like I'm just saying, so we have to stop fighting one another.
Exactly.
And I think that I think there's a lot to be said about our own issue as far as business and building relationships. I call it the 3R: repair, rebuild, and reestablish.
Say it again. Say it again for someone who's taking notes.
Repair, rebuild, and reestablish. And we talk about racism, and we have allies, but we never address colorism. I've asked 10 people just out the blue, white, black, Asian, do you know what colorism is? And that's why in black communities, we're not thriving. We're only surviving. But if we took our doctors and we took our lawyers and we took our billionaires and we came together as one and we utilized these laws, such as we don't have affirmative action, and we couldn't do nothing but guess what? Rebuild, repair, and reestablish, and be that community that's turning its dollar on a continuous basis. But we've got to address our own issues. When I think of racism, I'm like, I'm tired of hearing that. That ain't really solving no problems. We need to address some colorism down here.
Wow.
Now that's business.
That's business. And when
I heard, I am black business. Be about black business. Well, that is our business, to address our business. Far as how we have to rebuild, like would be business, how we have to reestablish relationships, and how we have to repair. And repairing is having a conversation. We didn't ask for this. Our responsibility to one another is to do the 3 R's. Go ahead, Dr. Smalls.
But you know what? You're hitting on so much. And when we're talking about going on to the theme of the show is I am black business. When we talk about that, what does that really mean?
Well,
because we have to have pride in our black business, and we have to set a standard and not accepting anything. Set the standard. We know we are excellent. We know we build nations. We create things. We are the fathers and mothers of this world. And so we know that greatness is in us, but yet we lower our standards for a piece of change.
And I think we lower our standards, not for just a piece of change, but we lower our standards where when you think of who do I have a relationship with, you go for the wrong person versus the right person, like you said, is sitting right at your table.
That's it.
I mean, when I think of where I am today, and at the end of the day, I don't take any of this with me. Everything that I've worked hard for, I don't take any of it with me. The only thing I take that was given to me, and God gave that to my mother, which was my name. So I take the name that was given to me and I die with it. What else do I take?
So let me ask this other question. What do you want your legacy to be? What is your legacy?
I'm actually walking in my legacy. And I'm glad you brought that back up because it's a change of lifestyle, a family legacy, and empowering others. The fact that I learned how to read, and my daughter's a registered nurse with 2 degrees, graduated the traditional way from high school. My 17-year-old, she graduated. She's on her way to college, and she's into real estate. My granddaughters, guess what? reading very fluently. So the fact that I made a decision and I was uncomfortable and not ashamed. Like, I mean, think about it. 21 years old. What do you mean you can't read? What do you mean you don't know that word? And then guess what? Not being afraid. This is my crisis. If I don't do this, then guess what? History will repeat itself continuously and continuously. And I can't have that. So when we look at it from a business aspect, like Walmart, Target, Amazon, if we don't go back and start repairing and rebuilding, then we can't be the Walmart. We can't be the Amazon. We can't be the Target. So truly and honestly, the majority has the advantage right now, but not tomorrow, because guess what we need? We need each other. And until we can believe that and see that and stand on the shoulders and thank God for the blood that was shed for us to be here, then it really don't matter, because they see our weakness. And until we can stand up and say, you know what? Hey, I don't like you. I don't know why I don't like you. I'm just down for the cause. Until we can become allies with one another, till we can go ahead and start opening banks, till we can start buying properties. That's where it's at.
Wow, that is it. So let me say this in terms of when we look at our businesses. When we look at our businesses in terms of for women, what three things would you say are the top? And I know it's a long list. I do know that. But what three things would you say that in making business moves?
Your brand.
Your must.
Your brand, your promise. Your promise is your number one. Your brand is so much different from your logo. Your brand is your promise. For example, I don't have my business yet, but it's in the making. TMI, too much information to touch, move, and motivate. If I didn't give y'all too much information, hey, by that alone, I promised I was going to deliver, and I gave it to you. Your second one, when you're dealing with money, because we all want it, we all need it. Yes, that's just, we all want nice things, is making sure that I think you take an accounting class. Learn numbers, because numbers don't lie, people do. And people only lie because of fear. Fear of something of some kind. So I would recommend taking an accounting class. And then lastly, make so much that you give it away, like Warren Buffett. Because the more you give it, guess what? It's just going to automatically come back to you. Don't be afraid to give large sums of money. Don't be afraid to give anything. You can start giving right now. We did that with each other unknowingly. I'm going to get you this book because I know exactly where you are. When you just bought me that book, you said, I bought it, sent it to your house, dream. So we can give at any level where we're at. We don't have to wait to give, and don't be afraid to give once you get it. Those are my three things.
Wow. You know, and looking at that, oh my goodness. Miss Hicks, are you back? We're not finished. We're not
Well, you got 2 minutes. I can hang with you for 2 minutes. But some of the stuff that you guys have been saying have been so profound. So I'm going to let you chat.
Okay. Well, look, we just appreciate, again, this opportunity. And again, we wanted to talk about making business moves, particularly for our women, authentically, unapologetically. We just want everyone to know that you too can live the life you so dream.
Yes.
And going back when I asked Miss Jones about fears and things like that, and we heard it at the conference, you want to die with memories, not with dreams. It's a difference. Die with memories, meaning that you lived, you didn't exist, than a dream, than what you wanted to happen. And so I know that I am very fortunate. And again, in answering that question that I asked, the last question about what three things, one thing that I would say is about always understanding your why, your purpose. When you walk in that, you can make those moves. Build relationships that matters. Build relationships that matters. I'm a walking testimony of the relationships that matters. And the last thing I would say, going to almost what she was saying, is to take risk. Take risks. Take risks and just live. Take risks. I'm going to owe God some change when my time is over because I have lived. And so you are not going to Miss Tasha Jones. She says she doesn't have her business, but yes, she does. It's an incubation. It's getting ready to be birthed, but you see it. So I wanted to be the first to say, here she is. So when she becomes Oprah, I'm going to be her gal.
Awesome. Thank you,
So
ladies.
I just want to thank you for being available, being used, and telling some real knowledge to help people, particularly our women, make business moves.
Yes,
thank you so much, ladies. I really appreciate you guys joining. Tasha Jones, Dr. Latanya L. Small, your keynote this evening, Fireside Chat, has been absolutely amazing. I took some notes. So just to reiterate, your top 3 points, Tasha Jones, were develop your brand, which is your promise, learn numbers and money, and to give away money once you get it, and don't be afraid to do so. So that really resonated with me. And I appreciate both of you ladies for coming on this evening. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Of course.
Thank you.
Of course. All right.
We'll see you on the other side.
See you on the other side. The Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K-12 entrepreneurs. The Expo is a fundraiser for students. You may go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund, or use the Cash App on the lower end of the screen at $BBXUSA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to students. Students can register if they're interested at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts, so we want to remind you and compel you to donate to the scholarship fund. We also want to thank our Black Business Expo USA sponsors for July of 2023. Our sponsors are NC100, Moody Capital Partners, Suede Soul, Lotus Reach Coaching and Training, Carolina, Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, BHS and Associates, Marjorie McLean Foundation Incorporated, Genius is Common, Earth Essentials, Mullane Shania Global, Executive Women's Success Institute, The Quality Coaching Company, Super Women Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Artistic App Design, Black Business Expo USA. Genius is Common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Did you know women represent just 3% of Fortune 500 CEOs and less than 15% of corporate executives at top companies worldwide? Have you wondered what the secrets are to getting into the top ranks, whether in the private or public sector? Do you want to figure out how to stop being held back in your career or passed over for promotion? Then you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, President and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute. I have decades of experience in the military, the federal government, and corporate America, and my mission is to help women succeed and tap into their full potential. I want to reach 1 million plus women around the world to become the leaders they are meant to be. So if you want to move into a management or executive level position, or maybe you are a female veteran transitioning out of the military into business entrepreneurship, then reach out to the Executive Women's Success Institute at 301-693-3284. Let us get you on the fast track to success.
Did you know that our black dollar only lasts for 6 hours in our community? Yet other communities, their dollars last for 19 to 30 days.
The Black Wall Street Nation. Black Wall Street Nation. Yes, that's why we created the Black Wall Street Nation. Black Wall Street Nation is a centralized directory available to all black businesses across the world. It was created for businesses like you, the ones that want to start and the ones who have a dream that have already started, such as businesses like Drop in a Bucket Productions, Valito Foods, Sugar Tea Branding Firm, All the Dazzle, Bun Cakeaholic, Miss Riot, and you. We'll have marketing, seminars, and some funding coming soon just for you. So, We want you to come and join www.blackwallstreetnation.com. See you there.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black business. I am Black business. Are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am black business. I am black business. Tell me, are you black business? I am black business. Do you support black businesses? Listen, I support black business because I am black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of black business in the world.
You are in the right place at the right time. The Black Business Network opens again for its Black Business Olympics, a 24/7 broadcast on business, strategies, global branding, social media marketing, finance, advertisement, and much, much more. Featuring the top, most powerful entrepreneurs and speakers and thought leaders from all around the world as they gather together for this phenomenal event. Join the Black Business Network streaming live into the metaverse, STEM City, USA, Black Multiverse, Pod TV, Roku, Hulu, iHeartRadio, Apple TV, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Google Podcasts, Facebook, LinkedIn, IBM TV, Spotify, and Twitch. Tune in today and be a part of this amazing movement. The Black Business Olympics welcomes you.
The Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college or K-12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. Please, you may go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund or use the Cash App at $BBXUSA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can register online at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts. Please donate to the Black Business Expo USA Scholarship Fund.
I am black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am black business. I am black business. Tell me, are you black business? I am black business. Do you support black businesses? Listen, I support black business because I am black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am black business.
How many times have you been asked to help someone you didn't even know, a student, a business entrepreneur? Or did you ever even ask, where did they end up? That business, that friend, that entrepreneur. Well, just maybe they ended up in a gang, bankrupt, homeless, or worse, dead. Maybe they turned to crime, drugs, and alcohol. Did you ever wonder? Did you destroy their dream, or was your life always so easy? At the Black Business Olympics, we started a movement to help students complete. Give them hope and foster success. Help them to leave their dreams of providing laptops, computers, and up to $5,000 in scholarship funds. Today, we ask you to help a student, a business owner, or an entrepreneur to realize their dream by sponsoring them, supporting them, and buying from them. Consider this. With 1.6 trillion in our Black community, we only ask for a small donation for our students, our businesses, and our entrepreneurs. And you can change a life today. So I ask you, what are you going to do? Sit on the sideline and watch our students in high school be leaders, miss out on their dreams from lack of resources? Or are you going to donate to the movement and change their future and yours as well? Give us a call today at 919-308-9090. Change their life by investing with action to the Black Business Olympic Fund. The Black Business Olympics, one of the largest business showcases of Black business in the history of the world.
What if you could build your own city? A place where every child can find nurturing people to help them achieve their full potential. A place where every adult can access job training support. Where health education is abundant. Where social justice ruled the land. A place without limitations. Welcome. You have arrived at STEM City, USA. It is what every city should be. A safe,
Good evening, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. My name is Marak Hicks, and I'm the founder and CEO of Miracle Recruiting, LLC, and I'm your business moderator for this evening on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. Up next, our keynote speaker is Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis from the Executive Women's Success Institute. Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis is the president and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute, an international TEDx speaker, and an internationally best-selling author, and the creator of the online course, Crack the Career Code, Unlock the Amazing Power Within to Lead with Confidence, Charisma, and Credibility. She's the host of Success for Women's radio and TV show, career strategist, trainer, and a business consultant. I am so excited to present to you Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis.
Hello. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. Great to be here.
Amazing. Super excited for you to get started. So I will leave it to you. Genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Thank you. Well, wow. Here we are again. I mean, it's another month. I am just so excited. And of course, I am always honored to have the opportunity to be on such a phenomenal platform as the Black Business Olympic, which is streamed and shown on the Black Business Network. Just saying that makes me so proud. I mean, it gives me enormous pleasure to see and to hear so many Black sisters and brothers sharing their expertise and providing so many resources. I mean, you've been watching and listening to the best of the best. That's what I say. I mean, business owners, business leaders, thought leaders, and heads of corporations. So I tell you what, before I get started, I have to take a moment just to thank Dr. Eric Kelly III for bringing me onto this phenomenal platform and for sharing this incredible vision with all of us. And because this is what I consider to be a noteworthy occasion for me. So thank you, Dr. Kelly. And I want to also thank you for always being an encouragement and an inspiration to me and all the leaders that have been on this platform that you have heard, everyone has heard this week. Thank you, Dr. Kelly, for producing what should be recognized as a one-of-a-kind platform. With the Black Business Olympic, you are bringing us into the realms of what can only be seen as the greatest of all time. Dr. Kelly, thank you so much for letting me share in this vision. So hello, everyone, to all the viewers out there. I am Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, the president and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute. I help women progress on a fast track to success in their careers. In other words, what I do is help women navigate through some of the obstacles that they may face when trying to reach the top rung of the career ladder. I help them to focus on a positive and successful mindset. So let's just talk about what is success and also about having a successful mindset. Well, first thing, it's believing in yourself, because believing in yourself is the cornerstone of any remarkable transformation that you can ever make. Your journey towards success is not just about acquiring skills and knowledge. It's about embracing your worthiness and truly believing you deserve the successes you envision. You know, change starts from within. So celebrate your achievements, no matter how big or how small they may be. And you should also remember to learn from your setbacks. Embrace each day as a chance to learn, evolve, and take bold steps toward your goals of success. Because every step you take towards believing in yourself brings you closer to your goals and also closer to success. You know, my journey, or my story, if you will, it guides women up the ladder to success. I know how you feel, as the saying goes, because I've been there and I've done that. So this is why I have a passion for helping women in any way that I can. Because I was also blessed with mentors who saw my gifts and helped me to reach levels in the military and in my civilian career that few women sometimes reach, especially a woman of color. Both then and now, in my role in civilian federal government, I began to realize that women were watching my progression. That's why they always say you never know who's looking. And they started to come to me, they started coming to me for advice on a lot of things, such as reviewing their resume, advice on what they should do next to move their careers along. They wanted help to get through an interview, and they wanted mentoring. I also noticed that there were not a lot of women helping each other to move up the career ladder. They either would not take the time or have the willingness to share their knowledge with other women behind them on the journey to success. So, seeing these things, I knew I had reached my purpose. And I wanted to be able to inspire. And it also, I wanted to be able to inspire others, but it also inspired me to start my own business so that I could provide guidance, coaching, personal and professional development to those who needed and wanted to advance in their careers or to start a business. It also inspired me to write books, to write articles, to provide training, to have retreats, have conferences, and to build a support network that I believe can reach 1 million+ women. I want to provide a network that will help women with some of the questions they may need to have answered. So that takes a lot to be able to do that, to put something like that together. Sort of like when you look at the Black Business Olympics, it takes a lot. It's not a walk in the park. So how is your success mindset? That's my question to you. And I want you to consider 2 questions. Do you know where you are right now? And do you know where you want to go? You know, I have found that sometimes people have no idea where they are or where they want to go when it comes to reaching their goals. One of the reasons many people struggle to become successful is because they don't have a clear vision of what they want to accomplish. Now, they may have a vague worldly view of the benefits they think they should gain. You know, the usual things like more money or a bigger house, a fancy car. But they have no idea what it will take or how they will achieve any of these things. As you know, history offers us many examples of people and organizations that had quick success and even made money in the short term, but they could not sustain that success. More often than not, they failed to sustain their success because they did not make a commitment to excellence. They were willing to take shortcuts, and those shortcuts proved to be their undoing in most cases. Developing a reputation for excellence is the best insurance for long-term wealth and success. And then you have those who eventually lose interest when they don't see much progress. Or in some cases, they see there is real work involved and they don't want to do that. And the problem may not be that that they are incapable of reaching the level of success that they desire, but rather that they do not have a clear enough vision of what they want to accomplish. You know, a vision will help you to overcome obstacles that's in your way, and it will also help you to hold on when times are tough. A vision that is well defined helps you to focus and create a purpose that becomes your measurement for success. If you do not have a vision of who you want to be, or how you want to succeed, or even what you want out of life, you may begin to lack drive, and your life could just be an order of events. A vision will make you ask yourself, where am I now? And who do I want to be? Every dream and every aspiration starts with a vision. A vision should include who you want to be, and it's important to know clearly who you are right now to know who you want to become. This will include your habits, your attitudes, and your points of view. And if you are unclear about yourself, you will be unclear about your future. You know, too often we let obstacles discourage us from chasing our goals that will lead us to success. And here's something for you to remember. Obstacles are simply stepping stones toward your greatness. So don't let them shatter your dreams of reaching success. You know, many people form their own concepts of what success is about in many ways. But in an ideal world, we would all arrive at our own definitions of success based on a clear understanding of ourselves as individuals and what it is that we want to get out of the many years that we will spend in the workplace or in the business world. However, the truth of the matter is that many of us find it very difficult to disentangle our own personal needs, motives, and values from the messages that we receive from other people about what we ought to want and what kind of success we should be seeking. As it turns out, for these people, the essential but missing ingredient in their planning was self-insight. They made their plans, they pursued their goals, but they never really had a good idea or a solid understanding of how their plans and goals fit their own personal objectives. They just assumed that they were doing the right things. But all the while, they never realized until it was too late that they were working with someone else's concept of success and not their own. Now, you will often find that success means very different things to different people. Yet, we often talk about and think about success as though we all have the same concept of what a successful individual is. So here's the question. What is success? Well, to put it simple, success means making the difference that only you can make. It means being appreciated and rewarded for your true self each day. It means doing work that reflects your unique interests, talents, values, and gifts. With true success, the line between who you are and what you do disappears. You know, yes, success is scary because it involves change. Success can also be intimidating, and it can be hard to handle. Success also involves more challenges and responsibilities. And that is threatening to a lot of people. And that is why many people fear success. Success isn't always a straight path, but it can be a challenging and thrilling adventure. Now, one thing I want you to remember, and that is most of us do not start out successful. Success is an experiment that comes with plenty of trial and error. It is built as you learn from mistakes along your path to personal and professional development. You have to take your experiences, both good and bad, and use them to your advantage. And if you do this, you will find levels of success you never thought was possible. Success is a wonderful thing. We all feel great when we work at something and get the results we wanted. But here's the thing. Sometimes we succeed at producing our intended result, and sometimes we may fail. And that, believe it or not, is a fact of life for all of us. But the problem is the reward for success is usually tangible, while the value of failure can be much harder to appreciate. You know, life is about learning what works and what doesn't. In the learning process, success and failure have equal value if we learn from them both. All the individuals that you saw this week, they gave you pointers and tips for succeeding. They offered you options. They gave you resources that you probably didn't even know in some cases existed. And they showed you a roadmap to help you to get to where you're trying to go. I mean, they literally poured out their souls to you. Now, all you have to do is get to work and implement the things that was shared with you this week. You also have to be mindful to not link your personal worth to the results you produce. And that you are a person, not an accomplishment. So never allow someone else's opinion of you shape your view of yourself or let them deter you from your goals. And here's another important thing I want you to remember. If you wait until you know you're going to succeed at something before you try, you can spend your entire life just waiting. The real recipe to success is not to wait until you have attained mastery before you step out of your comfort zone and pursue a stretch challenge because you know this, because you know it. It's in the pursuit that you build that mastery. What you focus on is what you will develop. You cannot get it just by listening and not implementing. You have to do something. You have to work towards success. Now, we have all seen, and we all probably know a lot of individuals who have achieved great success, but have never, ever truly realized inward fulfillment. Why? That's because they're not living the dream, or that's because they are living the dream that someone else had for them, and they're not living their own dreams. They are living up to the expectations and goals that others may have set for them, rather than the goals that they set for themselves. You will never find true fulfillment and purpose if you're living someone else's dream. And also know this, you must accept failure as a part of succeeding. Because, you know, it's a common assumption that if you really try your hardest to get something and you do not get it, you might be crushed. Your life will be over. That's how some people think. So you may think it's safer not to risk going after it at all. Well, guess what? That is total nonsense. Yes, I said it. It's nonsense. As a matter of fact, the exact opposite is true. If you try and you fail, you won't feel as bad as you think you will. I mean, you'll gain experience because you should learn from your failures. Remember that. Education, you may gain contacts and self-confidence, which is very important. Now, with all of that said, here is one of the real secrets to success, and that is to never stop learning. Obtaining knowledge is a continuous journey. The best leaders know they're never in a place where they wouldn't benefit from the insights of others who have already obtained the success that they may want. The people that you saw this week, that's what they did. Most of them, I can tell you, they never stop learning. They are continuously learning their industry, their field. And that is what they're giving you, their expertise. They were, as I said, providing a roadmap for you so that the obstacles that you may face won't be so difficult. And the success won't be so fearful. Because, to be honest, if they did it, if I did it, you can do it. And as I talk to my ladies out there, as you know, you're always my favorites. Because women, you know, they're such a particular bunch. But you have to start thinking like a success before you become a success. My point is that you need to have the right attitude and the right frame of mind if you want to achieve success. The right attitude and the right mindset means you have to be confident. You have to have persistence. You have to think big. You have to make continuous improvements, Make yourself better each day. I remember asking someone I know to speak on the platform, to come and showcase their business. And now this person has been in business for a long time, a good many years. So I said, hey, why don't you come and showcase your business? It's a great platform, to showcase Black businesses. And first they said, okay, yeah, I'd like to do that. And so when I called back and I said, hey, just trying to find out, when can I put you on the schedule? What day, what's convenient for you? We're doing it 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., Monday through Sunday. Let me know which one of those days would fit your schedule. Oh, no, I can't, I'm not prepared right now. I need to think about it just a little bit more. Okay, so I'm thinking at this point, what happened? Where is the confidence? Where is the persistence? Where is the knowledge that you have of being in business all this time? The people that you saw this week, that's what they came on and they showed you. They came on and showed you that confidence. They came on and showed you the persistence to be in business, the persistence to pursue success. And that's what you have to have. When someone gives you the opportunity to showcase your business and all you can say is, I need to prepare, but you don't, guess what? The person never called me back, never got back to me to let me know they were prepared to step out of their comfort zone. I have to admit that I was really, really surprised. I really was surprised because I've seen the person's work. So I know that they have the knowledge. But I think it's just the confidence part that they need to work on at this point. So that's why I say you have to think big. You have to make continuous improvements. You have to make yourself better each day. And if you know that you're not able to get in front of an audience and talk about your business, be able to take an opportunity like this to showcase your business, then you really, really need to figure out what you have to do to be able to do that, to be able to get that confidence, to get that persistence. You have to get more done with a positive outlook rather than a negative one. And that's pretty much what I thought about her. She took the negative route rather than a positive one. Like, well, she could have even said, well, I'm not quite sure if I could do this, but I'm going to step out and do it anyway. But an opportunity miss. That's what it was. So I just want to say to you, hold on to your passion. Hold on to your determination and your unwavering belief in yourself, because that's what my friend did not have, a belief in herself, to know that she could step out, she could do this. Because positioning yourself for success, guess what? It starts by seeing yourself as a success. When you see yourself as you want others to see you, then you have a clear target to shoot for. Your attitude, your demeanor, the way you dress, the way you treat others, how you keep your word, meaning do what you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do it. All these things impact your ability to succeed. It's about both character and reputation. It's about developing the qualities and characteristics of a successful person. One of the things I mentioned was attitude. Your attitude is always important. Attitude is everything. Attitude is a way of thinking or being. It's how you react to what you believe to be true. So having a positive attitude means that you're generally optimistic and hopeful, regardless of how things may look. And here's something else I want you to do. Separate yourself as much as possible from people who are not uplifting or who are not positive. And don't allow negative people in your professional life to invade your personal life and bring you down. And another thing, remember that you cannot change others. You can only change the way you think and the way you act. So how do you think of yourself as a success? First, remember that everything begins in your head. And I think that's what happened with my friend. She didn't have that positive mindset of, I can do this, I am a success. I think I was listening to one of the speakers today who said when they were running the Marine Corps marathon, when you get to that 17th mile, you hit the wall. Yes, I know. I've been there, done that, ran the 26.2 miles. But unlike this person, I got a coach in the beginning. I didn't just get out there and think that I was going to do it. But one of the things that he said when he finally, the first time he ran it, he hit that wall at the 17th mile. And so he, pretty much finished it in a longer time frame than he thought he should have. The second time he got the coach. And one of the things that was in the training was that they had this affirmation that they would chant, especially when they got to that 17 mile. I can't remember the whole thing, but one of the things, it was like, sort of, I can do this. I'm stronger. I can, in other words, I can make this, because the 17th mile, like they say, is when you hit the wall. And if you're not prepared and you don't know, then your body is just going to give out on you. And that's, when I trained for it, that is exactly what they told us. So I understood exactly what he was talking about when he said that. So one of the things that's why I said, well, how do you get yourself into that success mode? Like I said, everything begins in the head. And as he said, as he was chanting, when he got to that 17th mile, body was getting tired, started to chant that they were taught to do as they got there. And he was able to finish it. And he finished it in 4 hours and something, as opposed to the first time when it was over 5 hours. So you see how your mind can get you to where you want to go, because you are what you believe yourself to be. If you feel that you aren't good enough for a promotion, if you feel that you're not good enough to run a business for a given career, then you have made the wrong rules for the game that you're entering. Having an open mind and a positive mindset means that you are open to the idea that you have value and worth, and that your contribution can and will mean something to this world. Another thing, you have to trust your instincts. The old saying is, go with your gut. That doesn't exist for nothing. Ask any successful professional or person or entrepreneur, and they will tell you that on many occasions, they've made business decisions based solely upon a gut instinct. Some of the greatest minds of all times have made monumental discoveries and advancements by following their instincts and not solely basing their decisions upon technical and scientific facts, or based upon other people's opinions. I mean, think about that when you think about this platform, the Black Business Olympics. What if Dr. Kelly had listened to the opinions of others saying, oh, I don't think you're going to be able to do that. I don't think you're going to be able to pull that off. That's a big undertaking. You sure you want to do that? What if he had listened to all those comments? Or maybe he had listened to his mind saying, what if? What if I fail? What if I can't do that? What if those things had started running around in his head and he had just let it take hold? Guess what? You wouldn't have seen what you saw this week. None of us would be here. And this would not be the platform where you can come and get information, as I said earlier, that you probably in some cases didn't even know existed. A platform that I will take bets on. I am willing to just put everything out there and say that when you look through history, this will come up as the greatest of all times. A platform that was envisioned, a platform that was implemented because of a person that didn't let a negative mindset take over, that had a successful mindset, Dr. Eric Kelly III. Also, you have to know that nothing is 100% guaranteed. So if at any time you make the wrong choice, you just realize that you're human and it's a part of life. And you just keep it moving. Maintain your integrity by owning up to the decision that you made, no matter what the outcome is. Don't try to throw somebody else under the bus because you made a wrong decision. Because a successful leader, they recognize the success of others and they celebrate their achievements. A successful female becomes a success by recognizing what needs to be done. And guess what? She gets it done. Because when we as women get into the habit of being confident, being assertive, and building a supportive network, I know that we will rise up and tap into our full potential. Why? Because women are the greatest resource on this planet. And every successful businesswoman will tell you that her climb to success, it came with hurdles, it came with obstacles to overcome, because true success does not come easy. And it's not a piece of cake. It's not a walk in the park, but it's determination. And that determination will pay off, just like you see it's paying off with the Black Business Olympics platform, the Black Business Network platform. It's paying off. No, it wasn't a piece of cake and it wasn't a walk in the park. It was determination. It was a successful mindset. It was a man that had a vision and followed that vision to fruition. So when it comes to succeeding in business, never tell yourself you can't be as successful as others. Know and believe that you are capable of accomplishing as much or more than other businesswomen have accomplished. The key is to possess the same drive and determination, because that's what separates the successful from those who stand on the sidelines and watch others reach the top. You know, after careful research, I found that all successful people are alike in one way, and that is how they think. That is the one and only thing that separates successful people from unsuccessful ones. And here's the good news. How successful people think That can be learned. If you change your thinking, you change your life. Success comes from clarity of purpose and repeated action, which is what you heard from a lot of individuals on the Black Business Olympics this week. Ladies, and all of you that are viewing this right now, don't waste this phenomenal opportunity. Don't waste this information or the resources that you received so far this week. You can always go back and listen to any of the sessions. And I challenge you to do so. Your dream of success can be fueled, or is the fuel that will propel you forward. So ladies, I also want to say to you, don't dim your light or let anyone crush your dreams. Believe that you are worth it. Believe that you are capable. Believe that you can do anything you set your mind to do. All the people this week, they gave you what you needed or what you need to do what you're trying to do. I mean, reach out to any of them. Go back. Like I said, listen to the session. If there was something you think you missed, I'm telling you, there's probably every business subject covered in these 7 days that you can pull from, draw from, learn from.
Thank you
so much. Remember, what you do makes a difference. And you have to be the one to decide what kind of difference that you want to make. So show up, rise up, and become the successful women you were meant to be. And when you do, everyone will win. I want to thank all the viewers. I'm Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, President and CEO of the Executive Women Success Institute. If you'd like to reach out to me, you can email me at info@exwsi.com or go to my website, www.exwsi.com.
Thank you so much, Dr. Madeline. I really appreciate you for joining and for talking to us this evening. I really appreciate your message. It was very, very helpful.
Thank you.
Awesome. All righty. Have a good one.
You too.
Did you know that approximately 333.34 million businesses exist today, according to a report from 2021? And you may be one of those businesses, or maybe you're not in the business market yet, but you're aspiring to be a business owner. Well, guess what? You're in the right place at the right time. Because let's face it, everything is about timing and opportunity. Hi, my name is Dr. Lotus Richey, and I'm the CEO and founder of the Lotus Richey Coaching and Consulting LLC, along with the Lotus Richey Ignite Show. 15 minutes of success with Dr. Lotus Richey, as well as books to boom your business and bring who you are. And today, I want to bring this amazing message to you about the Black Business Network and the Black Business Olympics. See, the Black Business Network and the Black Business Olympics is designed to help people just like you, that's right, that look like me, to take their business to the next level. Not just in your front yard or your backyard, but globally. The Black Business Network and Black Business Olympics is designed not to just help you survive, but to help you thrive. So join us today as we come together with businesses all around the world to support our students, our children, our young teens, our young entrepreneurs. What we do is we come together to help raise funds for students who are aspiring to be business entrepreneurs, who are aspiring and who are thriving in college. We endow them with a wonderful opportunity to gain scholarship of either
a laptop, or several thousands of dollars. And we invite you to help be a contributor to this amazing opportunity to help someone that looks just like you. So join us today at our website and let us connect with you and help you ignite and take flight in every area of your life on the Black Business Network and the Black Business Olympics. I'll see you on the other side.